Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on a Friday night. That's right, folks. We are live, and I'm yelling in your ear, so it must be another Wrasslin for Life stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is a feel-good Friday. We got so much to get into. We already had a Rampage. We have some SmackDown. We got some House of Glory. Me and that pretty face is going to rock through 2+ hours of wrestling coverage tonight. It's going to be a fun one, folks. We got lots of questions to be answered face-to-face between Solo and Roman. Plus, we get KO and Sami on the other end of that bargain. But, folks, it's going to be a fun one. So strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel-good. Put a smile on your face. We are the Wrasslin for Life Network. Let's go! Ding, 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 folks. We are live. We are live and back at it again. Like I said, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We got a ton of wrestling to get into tonight. It's going to be a good one. Lots of rumors, lots of news, lots of things to get into. And of course, you don't want to be anywhere else but then with your alternative commentary to all the wrestling, to all the shows, AEW, WWE, XPW, all the above. I was waiting for some what's. What happened?
I was letting you go. If I interrupt you, I throw you off.
But with all that being said, folks, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White. Happy to be back with everybody. And I'm going to toss it to the
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. The Wrasslin for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I am Big Nick, and in tribute to Billy Graham, I am the man of the hour, the man with the power, too sweet to be sour. Made of nothing but twisted steel and sex appeal with the 24-inch pythons. But it's also T's and P's that, you know, we did also have what? Man's what myself. But we did also have Jim Brown pass away. Just a Hall of Fame human being.
Absolutely.
But fitting that you have your tag stream champions help guide you through Friday Night SmackDown tonight, Michael. Because it's very tag team heavy. We've got the Usos in a tag match. We've got the face-to-face between Roman and Solo and Sami and KO.
No, we got a lot coming our way, Nick. And again, this is the last live SmackDown prior to Saudi Arabia. Next week it will be recorded, I believe, this evening. I could be wrong, but not often. Not rarely.
Not rarely.
But with all that being said, folks, make sure you like, subscribe, check out all our links below. We got a new one today. So I think we're going to start off with our own little news. And if you're tuning in, thank you for tuning in. I hope everyone's having a wonderful week. We are certainly having a wonderful week here on the channel. The numbers keep growing. The fans keep growing. We just keep going up, folks. We can't help it. But we officially made Miss Luna Havoc one of the family. She was a friend that
we patched her in. She's a full patch member now.
She's patched in. She earned her stripes, and I'm sure a lot of the fans out there are happy to hear that. But yeah, Luna will be joining the family. She in her first duty kicked off the Wrasslin for Life TikTok, which is just getting off the ground.
Why you gotta bring up her in duty? That's now you're getting gimmick infringement with CJ cut the shit and everything like that. When you mention duty and everything like
I'll click the video. I swear to God.
Whoa.
Not that video. Son of a bitch.
Right. But anyways, yes, very much like Karrion Kross, we are TikToking, and we even have our own Scarlett now to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're going to have more content on the channel. We're going to have more coming your way. We haven't done an interview in a while. I think I'm starting to get in a little bit of springtime.
Allegedly, though, also Facebook group in the wings.
Yeah, we're working on a website.
Big things popping, little things stopping, up to something season never sleeps.
But that all being said, tonight we are talking about SmackDown. We have a this whole Bloodline thing divides the IWC. Some people love it. Some people want to hate it just because they don't, like cheering for good shit. But at the end of the day, I like what's happening. I like where it's heading. We are going to get the face-to-face between the big dog Roman Reigns and Solo with Sami and KO. Not happy, but they will defend the titles against the unexpected contenders.
Do you have the sneaking suspicion that I do that Roman could leave with the belts? Oh, you think it's just there's no way?
I wouldn't say no way, because there is a way, but like and I heard some people out there put it out like, oh, this is just Vince being petty because Roman's not allowed to have the Raw belt. No, come on. Let's not.
Seriously, we're getting to that point. I mean, I was going to say, I think there's something out there that's more divisive amongst the IWC, and I kind of want to. We've got time before
we'll get there. We'll get there.
About it. Oh, trust me. Well, I want to do, Christ, it's like climbing Mount Everest to get to the top of this chat here.
But no, Nick, we really have a situation where, you know what? My vote is going to be that somehow the Usos, in an attempt to assist Roman and Solo, fuck them, and it just looks bad. Excuse my language so early.
Right. Yeah, we're still early in the video, so maybe YouTube will look at that. But,
you try to wait till like 9 o'clock to start cursing.
You're right, yeah. At least wait till the adults are the adult hours. Wait till the children are
the adult hours. We can't guarantee that it's just adults here. Speaking of adults and possibly not being adult, Damien, how you doing tonight?
This man just said, I'll take all that and just yank.
Yep, and Richard and Boston and Rally Sports in the house.
1 little, 2 little, 3 little.
Bash 8, Steve G, JL. What's up, Bash? Who's hyped for Mortal Kombat?
I am, honestly.
Yeah, it looks dope.
I watched that, and granted, I know that the.
Oh, you mean the one with Jericho and
what?
Jericho and Strong?
Oh yeah, Mortal Kombat.
That's not the new Mortal Kombat game, Jericho and Strong.
That might be DLC because I know we're getting at least. Speaking of Rampage, and I think Boston mentioned it too, we're getting an unsanctioned match between Jericho and Adam Cole through Rampage now at Double or Nothing. But yeah, I thought that was hilarious. I remember watching. I'm like, what the fuck is going? Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
But by the way, the new Mortal Kombat trailer, and I like that they've started off going back at. We're starting with 1, but it does look insane. We're kicking off with the LWO and the Usos. How are you telling us this from? Like, are you from the future, sir?
Right, easy, Marty McFly.
Right.
What's up, Gilly? How you doing? We're gonna get to some of this, but yeah, the other side of that coin, Nick, is that Roman and Solo could win. And I know people out there, it's because of Vince, and this is bullshit. Man, what a compelling story. Like, if you weren't a sniveling prick enough, you're going to go after your right and left hand. You're going to go after their most coveted prize? Come on. If he wins it, dude, that sets up tag match for SummerSlam. 100%.
Oh, well, that's what a lot of people kind of think. But where was it? Rally, no, it's not. This one's still live. The next one's taped. That's what it was. But there's still the sneaking suspicion because you could still. It all comes down to me, how soon does the bloodline implode? Because it's got to at this point. Because I wish a motherfucker would. If you're gonna mush me in my face on national TV, like, I understand you, the big dog, and you're the tribal chief, but you're gonna mush me in my face.
Yeah, you know that super kick's in there somewhere, right? Like, you can almost picture it, right?
But it's such good storytelling that it almost, you're wondering if this is, they might have booked themselves into a corner here because
I don't think so.
Right, but so then who eats? So Solo takes the pin. So then what do we just still carry on our merry way? Or does then that just get to where Jimmy and Jay can sit there and say, hey, Roman, you lost it too. So what's this about the tribal chief? Because, like, where do you go if you don't have Roman and Solo win? Where do you go if they lose?
No, see, I don't mind them losing, but you need the caveat. I believe the Usos have to, in some way, shape, or form, be involved or at fault for Roman and Solo losing. They can't lose. I don't see them losing like clean outright. I see shenanigans. I see malarkey. I see trouble, Nick.
I'll go with you on if they're at fault. What, to me, when it gets to where they're involved or they cost, like if they specifically intentionally cost Roman and Solo, then you get the bloodline implodes too fast, I feel.
I don't know, because if we come out of this, if we go into not next Friday, but the Friday after, Night of Champions, and Roman is just seething because the Usos turned on him. Okay.
Yeah, but then you're taking Roman and your Universal champ, the double champ, the one that you had to make a whole new title belt because no one could beat him. Not even Cody Rhodes and his royal family, none of that. He couldn't royal flush anything. And now, well, he's going to be on tonight as well. But then you've got Roman on 2 straight pay-per-views. Your 2 big pay-per-views of Night of Champions in Saudi. I don't know why I blanked on that one. And then SummerSlam in tag matches. You're not defending the SmackDown title for 2 straight pay-per-views.
That's going to be common. Problem. That's one of the things I said about this secondary title is if we start getting fed a whole lot of title matches on Mondays, all of a sudden people are going to start bitching about Roman never defends the belt. Why does he even have a belt? We're so sick of the belt. That's what you're going to cause.
They already kind of do that. But then again, that you open the can of worms of who wins the belt to go to Monday night, because now everybody's, I don't know if they're going to put it on Seth because he's filming for Captain America. Yeah, because they found out what he did, right, folks, about
get out of here with that
getting signed to a Marvel movie.
I don't want to hear none of that nonsense. The WWE knows exactly what's going on. They're approving every step of these. It's not like Seth just showed up on Marvel and
he just happened to be. Well, what a coinky-dink! I'm showed up on set perfectly in costume.
Right, like Kevin Dunn's on the phone. Vince, did you see the tweet? Did you see the tweet?
Right, I'm gonna get us some buzz. He's going into business for himself, boys.
Right, like come on, get the fuck out of here, people. We need to calm down now. Like you said, what do you do coming out of it? I mean, it would be even almost apropos, kind of, sort of, if the Usos cost Sami and KO. Like they show up and they actually, whether by hook or by crook, either on purpose or not, they screw Sami and KO out of those belts. And not only did you help Roman win it, but then Roman shoves it down your face anyway. Now you're doubling up.
See, if you do that though, then I feel like you have to go into the Sami and KO split.
Yeah, and I don't want that. Now that's why I do think Sami and KO are going to retain. They just had that big moment at Mania. They're great together.
And what would make this make sense is if they were just for the SmackDown titles, seeing how 2 of the people that are competing in this are specifically to SmackDown and the other 2 are specifically to Raw. So maybe if we actually split the tag titles like we did the world title, that might help this make a little bit of fucking sense.
You know what, Nick? That's not a bad shout at all. If they had said, you know what, you guys were drafted to SmackDown, you're only allowed to compete for 1 set of belts. Right. Now you have and to your
point,
then
Roman and Solo could win, and it's not the end of really anything. It's just another
parting of ways,
another stepping stone in the story.
See you
later. It puts a cap on KO and Sami being involved in the bloodline.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that at all. Like, I mean, it would be kind of something to sum it up. KO and Sami show up on Raw with the Raw belts. Nobody gives a shit that they lost. And we move forward. And now you continue this dissension. I still want my Denzel moment. Like, if anyone has ever heard my voice echo through this fucking microphone,
The Rock ain't got shit on me.
Exactly. Right? And everyone just, that's when he eats like a double super kick and Paul comes over and
I know we pointed out the way that they were positioning the camera around Jay during all of that, and Jay's quickly the one we apologize, Oos. And I saw people online still breaking that down afterwards of how they even angled Solo. Solo looked like really, at the end of the day, this is Scar amongst the hyenas of that's still all 3 brothers that are all there.
And that's what is an interesting point, man. We could talk
Roman's going to get that Victor Sweet moment.
Right? Folks, we will get into this chat. We do have
SmackDown. By the way, Big Dog, Damien, Rocco.
Yeah, hello.
Everybody.
But this is where did they paint themselves into a corner? I don't think so, because there's a plethora of idea that you can run with.
But
I do
that's
think
at
you have a
times,
lot of
as we've
options.
seen with other promotions, it becomes a problem when you have too many potential good ideas. You choose none of the good ideas.
You just drop the ball altogether.
Right. You sit
It's
there
like
and
when
just
you're
open
fucking
slack jawed, not blinking,
when
and
you're
just drop the ball right in your fucking pants.
It's like when you're baked at Dairy Queen, you're like, I want it all.
Right.
And you
I want it. That's what fucking Queen was talking about.
get
I
one,
want
please.
it all. I
One,
want
please.
it all.
Now, here's the thing. Everybody is automatically assuming, Nick, Solo is loyal to Roman forever. The thing about loyalty in wrestling is it comes and goes like the wind. Ask Patrick Swayze. It's like the wind. Right? Like that's where, he's right by, he stood his ground with Roman. But what if Roman pushes it too far and Solo snaps and says, you know what, Oos? These are my brothers, and you're a cool
but
cousin.
I think we still might have a ways to go with that, because if Solo didn't jump when you're mushing somebody in the face and everything like that, man, I think it's going to literally get down to where we might have a similar type moment to where Roman's beaten down, say, if it's Jimmy or if it's Jay. If it's Jay to get a point across because Jimmy's disloyal, and then Solo's supposed to sit there and watch, and he tries to hand the chair to Solo and says, now you do it.
You just see,
well, I'm just saying it just could be the same type of, like, I was just mentioning the last moment we've seen like that. And then Solo just turns and say he spikes Roman.
Imagine the pop if Solo walked up
behind Solo, instantly biggest baby face. Now, granted,
and all he had to do, Nick,
top stars for the next 10 years, him and Gunther, but still.
All he has to do, buddy, throw that thumb up in the air. Just do one of those, and the place will come unglued. Give it a hiccup, let it absorb. Roman gets pulled back and pop. But the minute that man's thumb goes up in the air, that's amazing. It will.
No, I think well, it depends on how you set up. If he's got it sit there, he's got Jimmy, say, up against the ropes, and he's got his arm up and everything, you're gonna get boo earns, and everything. But the second, say, he lets Jimmy go, or if Roman gets involved and he turns around and he sees it, and then he knows it's Roman and he hits it still. Babies in the air,
could you imagine
confetti flying, everything. That man's the biggest baby face in pro wrestling.
It would just be such a pop if you just thumbed that guy right in the throat. And I don't think I've ever said that before in my life.
Do something strange.
Right? I agree. There's rumors that Reigns will be taking even more time away from the ring. Now, I've heard this from several sources, Nick. And I believe part of that is, go take a break. You got those belts till Mania, buddy.
Well, and still, though, if you're staying true to a brand split, and he would only be working Fridays, he's not working Mondays and Fridays or anything like that, there's less of a reason for him to show up on Fridays. And especially if Solo starts to, you build Solo as he becomes the voice to an extent, or the the acting hand, the henchman, the enforcer of Roman.
The only way I think Roman can be off substantially and the bloodline story don't go cold, if you're trying to carry it for a while, is if somebody joins the bloodline. I think
ain't nobody meaner than Tamina.
Yeah, that's what we've been waiting for. Tamina, who's been hanging around WCW.
No, that's a different company. They air on TNT.
Right? Oh, they do air on TNT Saturdays.
Allegedly.
By the way, I give Bischoff. I don't give him props very often, but I appreciated his snarkiness today about that whole logo situation.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I've seen him just going at good old Uncle Dave, but that's another conversation.
Uncle Dave. Oh, Uncle Dave.
Sleepy Uncle Dave, sometimes, you got to just poke him, you got to mention Japanese wrestling to fucking wake him up like fucking smelling salts, but,
Dude, the guy gives me the vibe of like the dude with like the socks pulled up to his knees and short shorts with no shirt on.
A lot, and I know
walking around like a college or high school party. Like, hey guys, how's it going?
I'm a senior here.
Creepy Uncle Dave. Fuck.
Right. But Rocco, what up? Small Mark, what up? Did anyone watch MLW Battle Riot? You tell me a way I can watch it that's easily accessible, and I'll at least watch it. I may not be live for it, but I'll watch it.
I have not seen it. No. We touched on that. How do you feel like Jericho and Adam Cole have they built to a unsanctioned match?
Yes. They
Okay.
had a controversial shirt and everything that stemmed out of that. They've had their whole feud. They've had their whole story. I thought it almost looked like it could have ended when Roderick Strong got involved and they had their whole match of when we got the test your might dun, 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 between Chris Jericho and Roddy.
Yeah.
But I think you still need at least this blow off. Now it's going to be super interesting of who goes over, how they go over, and does this end the feud? Because if it doesn't do,
it has to.
If it doesn't meet any of those three requirements, then Adam Cole has been lost to the Jericho effect.
Yeah. It's got to end. We need Adam Cole to go over at Double or Nothing and move on to bigger and better things. Period. Undeniable. You can't argue it anymore. I'll ask the chat the same thing, but this one killed me. So Meltzer reminds you of Urkel? Yeah, but a creepy Urkel, not an endearing Urkel.
Every time he posts
put him in
a false story, he just goes, "Did I do that?"
Yeah, right. Put him in a gimmick with Keith Lee.
What? Why are you taking shots at Keith right now?
I'm not
out here looking like Cloak and Dagger from fucking Marvel.
He looks like the dad. It works out well.
Stonecutter's outfit and everything that they're giving him.
Carl and Urkel. We got it. Let's go.
Carl.
I need a new boss.
My guy.
They don't need a new boss. But how do they keep the story interesting if Roman's going to be very in and out?
Right. Why? Big Dog, what up? Chris, what up? Bash, what up?
The mid-card vortex of evil.
Yes, the Jericho mid-card. Yes, it's Ken Griffey Jr. on The Simpsons, or I think it was him, right? That got lost to that of just Burns having their fucking softball team and everything.
No, wasn't that
it was him or
Ozzy?
Strawberry.
No, was it Strawberry that went down the
because Griffey was the one that had the giant forehead because he kept drinking the fucking medicine.
Wasn't Strawberry the one guy that made it to the game? So I think it was Ozzy.
Yes,
Smith.
It was somebody else.
Remember
Fact checkers, let us know. Update us on our Simpsons.
Yeah, I think it's Ozzy.
History here.
As he's falling, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Hey!" Takes a picture.
Yeah.
Mattingly, those sideburns.
Cole versus Jericho will turn into JS for Undisputed Era. I know, and I don't want it. Just please stop it.
But if Ryan O'Reilly or Kyle O'Reilly, Ryan O'Reilly, the hockey player, too much hockey.
Gore.
Yeah, we had a game go into 18 seconds away from 5 overtimes last night.
Well, I saw a video of somebody sitting there doing fucking bath salts or doing spelling salts behind the fucking.
That would make
Carolina's close to Florida, so you never know. I thought it might have been a Tony Khan special there because they were showing how people stayed awake during 8 or 4 overtimes and everything. They're literally doing smelling salts behind the Carolina bench.
Yeah, the boys in the dressing room eating pizza.
They just sat there. The boys on the fucking bench just tossed them a one and just said, "Here, have it."
They played from 7 p.m. until 2:35 in the morning, or like 2
Sounds like us on stream.
What's up, King Jordan? How you doing? J-Boy, by the way, how are you?
Right. Hello, J-Boy.
Because they have one up on WWE. Who has one up? I need some context. I broke him. Or he broke himself.
I was going to say, I popped myself, and then I couldn't hit the mute button fast enough. So
you would give yourself credit.
Listen to me fucking cough and wheeze.
That's so like you. What's up? How's it going,
so
guys?
Like you, yes. Bloodline. Just fucking Rachel. It's so like you. So no one told you there was gonna be this SmackDown.
Oh, we're about to get to showtime, folks. I got the countdown on House of Glory, and I also have the credits for TMZ. So
there we go. So see, we're on par here for once. I got 2 minutes and some change on House of Glory, which is the first House of Glory we've been able to actually watch in a hot minute.
It's true. We haven't watched it. They did come off Fight for a little bit. They're back on Fight, which makes the access quite easy. But folks, keep the chat going. Keep it live. Let us know what you're thinking. If you're new here, just say hi. If you're shy, it's okay. You don't have to sit in the periph. Join us, talk. All we're going to do is talk about wrestling and, clown around.
We're here to make, speaking of how Big Dog's saying choke and everything, yeah, we're here to make wrestling fun again. That's what it is. We're having a goddamn good time. There's no place I'd rather be than right here with the Wrestling for Life Network. Pop. But absolutely, like I said, we're here to agree to disagree, just make wrestling fun again.
Pancakes.
What the fuck about pancakes now?
Sorry, got sidetracked.
Vitamins, just vitamins in full effect. So make sure you have your snacks, your vitamins. KJ's definitely got his and everything.
Dude.
Because we're about to kick off with Friday Night SmackDown. But yeah, man's out here talking about pancakes now.
Dude, I can't.
Make my fat ass hungry.
Listen, I fucking had a crazy day. I had a bagel for supper. So yeah, the minute someone starts bringing up food, my belly's like... Fucking Homer Simpson over here.
You're here to put smiles on faces. Yes, we're here to put smiles on faces. Kiss babies,
Make me smile, clown.
Am I funny to you? Am I funny like a clown? Do I amuse you?
Yeah, you do, actually. We got about 20 seconds before House of Glory kicks off. And, of course, we're going through the commercials leading into SmackDown, folks. Make sure you hit like. Make sure you hit subscribe. Go click those links below. And, hey, go blow up our TikTok. It's brand new. I want to see 100 follows by the end of the weekend.
We ain't even got a video out yet. Just get on there right now. Just you're getting the early access. You're getting in before everybody says, man,
right.
I've been down here since day one. No, you really were down since day one. What?
I'll check.
Ladies and gentlemen, submitted for your approval.
Why?
Paul's dog, KJ White. Tricky Flicky Nicky. What? It's Tricky to Rocco Rum to Rocco Rum.
Now you're Tricky Flicky Nicky. I don't know about the Flicky part.
You're Raw Dog. I'd take Flicky Nicky over Raw Dog.
I will listen. If the Raw Dog fits,
bro. Evening, folks. A-Town, what up? Steven, I think New Japan is on tonight. Well, is it on tonight? Is it on this morning? Was it on yesterday morning? The space-time continuum. It gets hard to follow.
Much like your name, we got to eliminate something somewhere.
Right. Well, and it comes down to, and as we're quickly getting the intro for House of Glory and the intro for SmackDown.
At the same time.
With the addition of Collision, has it become too much wrestling? Have we reached the tipping point?
Yes. I almost cried when the announcement came out. I'm guaranteed 6 nights a week. You bastards. I love the rumor about SmackDown moving to Thursdays. Friday was always
I haven't heard that at all. So
no, you can have that Amazon is very interested in kind of doing something.
They got enough Thursday Night Football. We don't need to compete with that.
Fuck Thursday Night Football. The good teams play on Monday.
But we're kicking off with the tribal chief, the head of the table. So we're starting
a raw dog. That AR is aggressive.
With the big dog, change the AR, please.
Yeah, it's just right up in your face.
It's just over the top. It's cartoonishy.
Mm-hmm.
But so we're kicking off already with Romulus Reigns coming out to the ring. And we do have House of Glory starting with, I think Damien's probably going to be my best bet to be my ears for this because I've got the audio right now for SmackDown going on.
Yeah, I got to turn down one of the other. Everything's talking to me.
I hear voices in my head.
Fucking first thing I thought.
They work for me.
Well, folks, we got Roman, we got Solo, we got Paul, we got an epic entrance that will take another 7 to 8 minutes. And we got House of Glory kicking off too. By all means, we will try and take predictions on both shows. Our primary focus will be on SmackDown. But if something's popping and banging on House, we'll get back to it. We promise.
Yeah. We're good to be bouncing around and follow the bouncing ball, but 100%.
Bouncing around.
Life's not fair. And I'm trying to read Roman's new shirt because he's got it.
Life's not fair.
He has the GOAT doing the fucking raise the trophy or raise the title and everything. 100%, 10 on 10. I approve and want this shirt. 100%.
I want to know what the bottom says, though. Life's not fair.
Fair and stupid and stuff. Is that what it says? I feel like it might be stuff.
I love it.
Solo's even got his own solo shirt.
Well, yeah.
But we are also getting an advertisement for the Usos. Speaking of how we talked about them earlier versus the Lowo, probably the top 3 merch movers in
They were
WWE.
number 1, not last week, the week before, but I mean that coincided.
Well, you're seeing people now getting Lowo tattoos and like not knowing any of the backstory, the lineage here.
Right.
But then you've also still got Grayson Waller. The Waller effect is making its debut on Friday Night SmackDown with AJ Styles as its first guest.
Are you getting the replay right now?
Yes.
Oh, so we're pretty neck and neck.
Yeah, like I said, that's why I'm using the service now that I'm using, because we were getting way behind. So yeah, we're like on par perfectly.
Mm-hmm. Actually, while we're kicking off this show, folks, I want to see, we got about 40 people kicking around. Who are you kind of thinking is going to take this tag belt at Night of Champions? Will it be Roman and Solo? Will it be Sami and KO? What's your early thoughts? If you're watching
how
right now,
oozy are you feeling tonight? Yeah. Let us know out of 10 how oozy you are.
Oh.
New Japan Resurgence Sunday afternoon, Long Beach. So, Steven, you're letting us know about a show that's tomorrow. Well, or no, 2 days from now. Christ almighty.
Yeah, we're not there yet, bro.
Right. Again, we've said this to Damien. Live in the moment. Enjoy the now. We'll get there. Trust me. There isn't anybody else that you need to be here. Trust me. There's nobody that watches as much wrestling as we do. So when we're saying what we say about things, we coming from a place of knowledge. We're sitting from the mountain of omnipotence because we've watched so much damn wrestling. We're literally watching House of Glory as we're watching SmackDown. We're probably going to be here tomorrow for GCW. All of that, this, that, and the third.
But I wasn't lying about 6 to 8 minutes at all.
Not even close.
Not even.
It's expected now. You could go grab a snack, take a smoke, take a piss, all of that, all the time before Roman's entrance is done.
No, that is a fucking badass t-shirt. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Well, and especially now you've got Cena out there in a minute. He's pretty much he could be, if not the greatest of all time. Like, this man, just listen to, he's supposed to be the biggest heel in the fucking company. Everybody's, hey, Roman, yay, we get to see you. Yay, Roman, thank you.
It's crazy.
Smart Mark says it looks like a yak. Yakety yak, like don't talk back.
Yakety yak, don't talk back. Oh, handing them the mic. Roman's the first match. Well, are we going to get the face-to-face later after this?
No, I don't know.
Now we're going to use some
no, because I bet you there's going to be storyline implications in the Usos match.
Oh. They started chanting, "You suck," and Roman holds them up. That's not how we do it. 1 second.
No, put your hands up. Take your shirt off and whip it around your head like a helicopter. But no, it does literally just say, life's not fair and stuff.
Fun fact. In my
fun fact, KJ's doppelganger, his adopted brother, his brother from another mother, that ain't me or CJ or anybody else, is coming out right now.
Oh, there you go. Fun fact. There's my boy.
Right.
No, you just made me
think. You. You are me.
He's not going to let me have it, folks.
What?
Here's KO. We're going to get a little whoa.
And I like how Roman, that's the thing, is the little mannerisms, the in-ring psychology, the physical movements to me is what sells me the most of Roman. These literally, you can see him just like, mother.
And it's genuine.
He's just so annoyed already.
Like, these fuckers. I'm so tired of all their shit.
Right. Can you just kindly fuck off?
Now, are you surprised we're getting, like, the face-to-face to kick off the show, get it out of the way? Like, they better have some plans to carry us through this show.
Maybe this is, like I said, if I could see story implications happening in the Usos match potentially later on. That might main event if you got the Usos versus probably the hottest thing coming out of Backlash with the LWO. I could see that main eventing if you're not going to have this main event. So it's one of those of, you're not going to go last. You might as well go first. You're setting everything up. You're building. This is the first thing you see when you click in a Friday Night SmackDown, especially when you got playoff games, you got this, that, and the third going on. Mm-hmm. I'm staying. And you got to hope, like you said, you got to hope that they carry it on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, Roman's not happy to see Sami. He laughs at KO, but Sami Roman starts walling. Wow. Well, it's still the you disloyal bitch made. Lauren, what
Listen to the crowd. I know some people said this the Bloodline storyline, Sami KO tapered off after Mania, but I still feel like the live crowds are eating them up.
They're still the best thing in professional wrestling. End of discussion, end of debate.
Not the BCC and the Elite.
You must have slipped, fell, and bumped your motherfucking head if you think John Moxley, if you think that's the apex of professional wrestling. Are you
concussed or something?
Right.
Oh.
Now it's your turn to acknowledge your tribal chief.
His arrogance is fucking awesome. Like, you know, you're challenging. These are the tag champions, and he just talks completely down to them. It's amazing.
But this is why. So, and I think Seth mentioned it. Roman's the Hogan here.
Yeah.
Seth's the Macho Man. Roman's the Austin. Seth's the Bret Hart. Roman's the Rock.
The Rock?
The Hunter, he's the Shawn Michaels. That type of situation.
Not wrong.
No matter what Roman does. Listen to this pop for KO and Solo. Eyeing up.
Roman says, "Come here, little cuz. Come here, little cuz."
I like it. I like Solo's shirt too. It just says the one problem. He's the problem solver. He didn't want to talk to you anyways. And I like they're doing what AW wanted to do with Hook. They're doing it with Solo.
Yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't fucking talk. He just shows up. He beats the fuck out of you. Granted, he's taking some L's, but he's taking L's to like Cody Rhodes and John Cena. Not
that's allowed.
Right.
This is what they could have done with a Hook. If he was like the wingman for somebody, even in especially if they kind of had him as
Wardlow.
Could you imagine Wardlow's heater was Little Hook?
It's him or like Hobbs or something, or even if it's Starks.
Okay.
Sit there and go ahead. You handle my light work.
Yeah.
And he just fucks people up.
What did Roman say about Sami?
I have one regret too, says Sami. I wish I hit you with the chair sooner. Right hand does what, Nick? What? When my hand goes up, your hand hits the subscribe button. What?
And start hitting the mute button.
Right. When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut.
Bloodline bleeding out. But it would also be kind of an interesting fucking dynamic of, oh my God, the Bloodline screwed, and they tack on a person or two. Now we're back to starting over, and
then just when you thought they were about to break up, they just kind of hit a little bit of a refresh. Yeah. And it's not quite as refreshing, but it patches it along for a little bit.
Keep you talking. Oh, shit. Especially if it was a Jacob. I know it's unlikely to be Jacob Fatu, but if it was a Jacob Fatu or a Tama Tonga or
if it's any of those, they face Roman at WrestleMania.
Or Zion
Quinn? No.
Zion Quinn. No.
Just off the peripheral. So Sami pretty much fully committing that him and KO are going to be at Night of Champions, which now obviously with the past between Saudi Arabia and Syria, and now they've had the meeting of the minds, and that's the most I want to touch on it because we're not getting into geopolitics or anything like that here tonight. But now that Sami is going to be over in Saudi Arabia, it's going to be very interesting.
Right.
Because you think the pop for Sami now is big. Imagine that pop.
That could be huge.
You could see the sofas and the recliners and everything else. The sheiks and the turbans and everything getting thrown in the air. Oh, the Usos. Surprise attack. Oh, it's Jay. Well, Jay and Jimmy. I thought it was Jay initially. But so the Usos pop up and take out Sami and KO. So they're trying to show they've been down since. Day one-ish. We've been down since.
I do have a little beef with KO running by the first guy to jump on the second guy when the first guy just blew by him and clapped his buddy.
I mean,
oh,
Roman doesn't approve.
Hold the phone.
Roman saying, what the fuck was that? This is my room.
I didn't tell you to come out here.
It was a simple plan. Like I said, this is 100% woke up this morning.
He bumped Solo.
This is where you're starting to sow them seeds. You're starting to reap what you sow.
Ladies and gentlemen, Roman bumped Solo, and Solo don't look impressed.
They even cut over. Solo, the facials. Sorry, not to sound stereotypical, but the facials on a Samoan wrestler. Oh my God. Because even Solo just there, the look of disgust of you bumped into me.
Because that's the one thing. It doesn't, like, for Solo, it's all about visceral. Like, he reacts. Like, so you're going to bump me. I know who you're supposed to be, but you're not going to bump me. Are you kidding me? You're not going to bump me. It's good, man.
This is 100% the Sopranos of professional wrestling.
I think
I know you said training name, but it's all of the same lineage, the same cloth. Of this is Roman is fucking Tony Soprano here. He doesn't even see that the walls are closing in.
No, and I think he kind of gets that feel, like even when he kind of stopped and he hesitated. But I think, his arrogance makes him think he's got it. No, they're not gonna. They're not gonna fuck
right.
me.
You ain't gonna get mad at me, right? That was nothing. Why are you gonna get mad at me about that? I'm the reason you're here. I'm the reason you're on the main roster right now.
And as
you're getting all these matches because of me. Roman's the perfect person for gaslighting.
100%. He's been doing nothing but gaslight. He just gaslit the shit out of Jimmy for wanting a high five.
And I was gonna say, anyone out there, if you need to provide an example in any sort of class, any sort of presentation or whatever, on the definition of gaslighting, just pull up clips of Roman Reigns talking to the Usos, because that's 100% what it is.
But yeah, man, listen, that was a fun segment to open the show, folks. You guys can throw out some thumbs up or some flames or some whatever.
Just hit the goddamn subscribe button.
We see a lot of people kicking around here tonight, so don't be shy. Let us know what's on your wrestling mind. How did we feel about the opening of the show? To me, outstanding. Chef's kiss. Mwah.
That's the way you start off a show. This is your first Friday night SmackDown after the brand split. Am I wrong?
No, last week with the tournament, I think it was.
Fair enough. Well, that you fucking.
But it's the last live one.
Touche. Fair enough. I get half points. I get a Brucey bonus point, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's the way you kick off a Friday night SmackDown. I mean, we're also still got House of Glory going on right now, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't tell you a damn thing that's happened.
A match just came to the end. An end.
But still, that is 100%. That's so good because you have so many layers. And ogres, Samoans, like ogres, have layers. Like onions, have layers. And right. What about parfait? Everybody like parfait. But the fact that we've got the Uso storyline of you didn't do what Roman told you to do. You just acted on your own. You went into business for yourself. That's a whole angle. The Usos jump Sami and KO. That's a whole angle. You have Roman bump Solo. That's a whole angle.
Well, and in addition to that, you understand, I think we all understand that you cannot, Solo's not dumb. He is a monster. He is he is your muscle.
He's
He
the
will
new Samoan
defend you.
bulldozer.
Exactly, but he will defend you tooth and nail until it doesn't make sense. So the Usos come out, save the day, or whatever, take business into their own hands. Solo's standing there thinking, good, I didn't have to fucking do it. And then Roman shits on his brothers, and he's like, wait, I'm okay with you shitting on them when they fuck up. But when they do good, no, that's not cool. And right away, not over, he doesn't look over one shoulder. He looks over both shoulders. He lets everyone know.
And it's just the angle, and God bless, I guess, on one hand, Bucktooth Beaver fucking Kevin Dunn, because the man still 95 to 99% of your favorite wrestling visuals that you remember is because of Kevin Dunn.
It's sad but true.
Right, unfortunately.
Such a
like a bitter truth. But that shot of Roman's walking off and you just see Solo looking over his shoulder like, I wish a motherfucker would.
Yeah, like you know what he's thinking, like, come back and do that.
And now we cut right back to Roman, so we've got the continuation.
I should have clicked away.
We literally got everybody right now backstage.
And a great way to come out of that first segment and instantly, like you said. And now here's some more gaslighting.
Who runs the bloodline? Who's the quarterback? What? The Samoan wrecking machine. Yes. Stephen Chambers. Yes. Again, we did mention about that earlier. T's and P's to Jim Brown, the greatest, not only probably Syracuse football player of all time, probably greatest running back of all time, et cetera, et cetera. The first crossover going to Hollywood athlete, I would say.
Can you name me a couple people that deliver anything on the level that Roman's delivering this part right now?
Do you want active or not active? Because
active. Like, who in the game right now is just fucking chiseling the ground when he delivers a promo? Like, who else is digging in at that level and you believe every word? That was fucking vicious. He ripped the strip off both of them. Then you have Solo stand there kind of glaring. It was excellent, but who gives you that type of intensity in a promo, a backstage, ever?
There's people who could, as far as active, there's one person who could. I feel like I almost had two, but I kind of don't. There's one person who could, but the most of them are not active. If that's the thing, is literally this is why, love him or hate him, at this point, honestly, you're just hating him. He's doing professional wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Again, not sports entertainment, professional wrestling,
right?
At a level that even a guy like MJF, a guy who could have, maybe we'll still talk about it if we get a commercial break, come back to AEW with CM Punk. He's doing it on a different level than even they can do.
No, and I mean, I think back to people like that as far as like MJF doing the Mark speech. That's the MJF you ride. He shows up. When he shows up, he has that heat, that intensity, that realism. He's Money in the Bank. He was the best guy doing it. He watered him down. But now we get I Got Pretty Deadly making food.
Bro, they so much need to be the maximum male models because they're building their own recipe. If you had 2 cups of charisma, they're telling you how to make a Wrestling for Life network, folks. So if you didn't know, they're unfortunately releasing the secret recipe now live on national TV.
Elizabeth, what's up? And Nick, we have our
Elizabeth.
We have our first entrant into the funny name battle royal. So we got hand pink waving.
Yeah, I see you, KJ. I see you got eyes for Elizabeth over there. Yeah.
But I'm your friend, brother.
Yeah, a cup of coffee in the big time. Yeah, dig it.
Luna did something with that today. It made me laugh as well.
Solo rises to the top. Yeah.
Indeed.
Pretty
Deadly is here. big entrance. I mean, this is the first time I recall getting their big entrance, like their own entrance on
I
SmackDown.
think that they're going to
Oh,
be
dude.
very much a
Wow.
prominent thing, especially on SmackDown. Of, like I said, of if this was the maximum male models and all of
You're
that,
right. You're right.
this is
Dude.
over. This is already it has your natural tinge of the fashion police and everything like that. But if you actually try and act like you're gonna fucking go with them, like they actually can go in the ring, that's way better than what you got now.
All right. No, I agree. Like maximum male models makes a lot of fucking sense. But did fact checkers out there confirm this for me? Did they give the Pretty Deadly the Johnny Morrison fucking slow-mo?
Now listen.
Hello,
this
my
ain't no
friends. We meet
make-believe.
again. What'd you
Well,
say?
I'm starting off right now with Butch, the artist formerly known as Pete Dunne, in the ring with.
No, he's
Kit
Pete
Wilson.
Dunne again, isn't he?
No, he's Butch.
Is he still Butch?
As far as I know, fact checkers can correct me, but I will also admit
trying to look at his
I have now learned the names of Hans and Franz on Pretty Deadly because of 2K23. Because they're in the new DLC, so that's literally how I've remembered their names.
All right.
I'm like, I'm doing the draft in Giamoto. You're the one with the blonde hair. You're the one with the dark hair.
So who you taking, folks? Who you taking? We got Dunn and Ridge.
Is it just me, or are the Brawling Brutes pretty much literally wearing the exact same gear of like if they were Gallus? Like
very similar.
Oh, and Shamo on commentary, but
true or false, Nick? With everything that's happened as of late, somehow the Brawling Brutes kind of got lost in the shuffle and are kind of a little flat right now.
They're really just waiting in the wings. They're waiting in the limbo.
Okay.
They're out there polishing their shillelagh.
Pause. What's up, Keyshawn? What's up, Colton? Folks, if you're new here, make sure you like and subscribe. We do have SmackDown, and we also have House of Glory going on right now as well. I see Hog PD involved. But
I was going to say, where's Damien letting us know what's going on? Because we're kind of focused on SmackDown.
Hey, it's Ken and Barbie. Pretty ugly. That's not nice. Pretty Deadly. I'm going to go with Dale. I'll take Pretty Deadly with Dale.
This is Pretty Deadly's debut, correct? In-ring debut, yes. I believe.
Sorry, I just
you're good.
John Morrison.
Pretty Deadly for the win. Yeah, something about John Morrison.
Fuck you, big dog.
Man's trying to steal my gimmicks. I'm supposed to be here. I kid. He's bleeding. Who's bleeding?
Who's bleeding?
We got blood somewhere.
Brutes and Ken, over Ken and Barbie.
But so wait, then who's who? What?
Who's bleeding?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I'm on commercial, so I can't even tell you.
I'm on a commercial for goddamn Little Caesars, so I'm getting hungry.
The struggle is real, bro.
Right.
What's up, Kevin? How you doing? What? Yeah, poor guy.
What? Hey, listen, I already seen the fucking like second grader out there, stealing the hearts of the internet world there with doing the fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin there.
That went viral so fucking quick, and it's
I literally had so many people send that to me.
Mm-hmm. I had you, CJ, and another one of our channel buddies almost simultaneously send it.
Bruh, I had seen that 18 times before I'd even sent it to anybody.
That was crazy. Now, if that was 100% unscripted, the kid just did it off the cuff, that's even better. I'm all for it. It was awesome.
At this point, I don't give a damn if it was scripted, if this shit was real, if this shit was raw, anything like that. Like the fact that man's out there just playing. Now I'm here now down with that. What?
We got another Jordan in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The guy from Pretty Deadly got a drop kick in the face. He's bleeding.
Oh, so they're saying Elton Prince is busted open. So that's probably why we're getting. Yeah, you didn't know.
It's the first time I heard that name in a month.
Trust me, I didn't. I kept calling them Hans and Franz until, like I said, they were DLC on 2K23.
But that name's so obvious it should have stuck in my head, right? Elton Prince. Okay, we get it.
Yeah, because how could you mix that up with, fucking Dominic Dijakovic and Ilya Dragunov and, every other multi-syllable name?
Seth is the new captain. Captain of what?
Look at me. I am the captain now.
Well, he's the Captain America?
Oh, no, he's not the new. No, Sam Wilson is. What's his name? The one who was playing Falcon.
He's one of the guys from Serpent City, I believe.
Yeah. He's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
different reptile, bro.
Same family. Oh, splash and a leg drop from Pretty Deadly onto Ridge.
Kevin said he's doing great, folks. I hope everyone out there is doing great. If you haven't been here before, we are the alternative commentary to all the wrestling. We will be back tomorrow for GCW. The way I
don't
am.
worry, that's just Fast 10 just airing right outside my apartment.
I swear to God, that guy goes by at the same time every night.
Hey, at least it's just a fucking engine instead of That's what happens when you live in a ghetto.
But yeah, folks, make sure you like, subscribe, join us. If you have anybody you know that likes wrestling, you send them our way. We'll keep you live and up to date on everything that's going on. And speaking of going on, we get the hot tag from Pretty Deadly.
Well, and even then, speaking of going on, by the way, but we do also, we got all the links, we got all the clicks, we got all the bells and whistles, we got all the bobs and tassels and everything. For you, we got the merch store, we got the Twitter, we got the TikTok now.
Did you say bobs and tassels?
Yeah, whatever. Just let me go with it, man.
Go, keep going, keep going.
And we're, looking at the Facebook group. We got the Discord. Like I said, we got the merch store. We got the Twitter. We got the Instagram. We got the YouTube. We got anything and everything. We got the super chats and super stickers. We got anything and everything. We got the like, share, and subscribe. The bell notification just lets you know anytime and every time that we show up, because you never know when the wrestling won't quit. You might just have a promotion, sit there a 2-hour show on a Saturday and everything.
Yeah.
So be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. What?
You're turning red. No, I just asked if you said bobs and tassels.
That's new.
I thought you had said something else. So yeah, no.
Bells and whistles. I said that too.
There's Sheamus getting right into it.
Trying to get the crowd rallied up with Fight Night, and he's got all of half a section.
Good on Sheamus, though.
Night.
Sheamus is like the crowd. Did he get kicked in the face again?
Taylor or Kit?
Who's the dark-haired one?
Kit.
Who?
So allegedly Elton Prince, the blonde-haired one there.
Okay.
Is the one that's got some juice going, got some color.
Oh, Ridge going for the double. Now remember, last time we saw this move, Boogs blew a quad.
Well, we're going to finally see Boogs again tonight. But
Boogie Nights in action.
Does Boogs end up turning heel tonight?
Why not? Fuck it. Give him something. People lost their mind about this. Like, people went to the YouTube to make special videos about they're killing LA Knight. What are they going to do? And it's like, breathe, motherfuckers. Breathe.
Patience, little one. Patience.
Oh, Ridge hits Pete.
Oh! Spinebuster cutter. Oh, and
it seemed unnecessary to go back into the rope.
I like that. Because Elton Prince sat there and turned around and set himself back up into the Andre position there with the ropes tied up on him and everything like that. And literally, the ref never saw the double team maneuver. Oh, nope. See, I've been caught up this whole time. 1, 2, 3. Pretty Deadly pick up the win.
Huge win. Nice debut for Deadly, who, again, I didn't love him in NXT, Nick. My night.
They had to outkick their coverage, I feel, of one of those. If they were built for the showmanship, the shit that they're going to do on the main roster of, like I've still said, and I still hold true to it, they need to be the maximum male models. That's the way you get that fucking group over, that faction over, outside of literally just the smart mark trolley fans. If you want them to be considered as actual like top faction, even going as far as like say right to censor as a faction, you have them with them right. Go ahead.
No, just they're about to give a little respect to superstar Billy Graham, so I will step away so I don't get emotional in front of everyone. No,
You with the balls,
but
take a pause so you can't cry.
I'll be right.
But yes, T's and P's 100% to the superstar Billy Graham, and I feel like there's no more fitting of a time than to say, I am the man of the hour, the man with a bower, too sweet to be sour. So if you don't want to be sour, you need to hit that like, share, and subscribe button, 100%. But yeah, this man, Christ, if you've been here for a hot minute, you've seen how I talk. Hulk Hogan out here with good God, Hulk Hogan out here looking like a fucking basset hound that's lived longer than they were supposed to. But he's had such an influence on everybody from Hulk Hogan with the 24-inch pythons. That's not a Hulk Hogan thing. That's a superstar Billy Graham thing. Even a little bit of the cadence and the way of the promo and everything that Dusty cut is a bit of superstar Billy Graham. Ric Flair fully credited 100%. A good bit of the Nature Boy off of Billy Graham. Jesse Ventura is basically superstar Billy Graham, just of a new generation. Even this man had, influence on Muhammad Ali of, last night I injured a stone. I murdered a rock. I hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean I make medicine sick. Like, this man had one of the most underrated, influential impacts, not just on professional wrestling, on society, on sports, on pop culture. Like I said, there is no Hulk Hogan without superstar Billy Graham. There is no Ric Flair without superstar Billy Graham. You would even say Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay does not reach the heights that Muhammad Ali did without no Billy Graham. Maybe even a little bit there is no Dusty Rhodes there, all of that without no superstar Billy Graham. It's so interesting because he's almost there's no Jesse the Body Ventura, there's no governor of Minnesota, but because of he was in the era that a lot of wrestling fans that grew up with social media and grew up with the Twitters and the Instagrams and all of that, he was already pretty much out the window by then, that he almost seems sadly forgotten until it comes to a situation like this. But 100%. T's and P's to superstar Billy Graham, T's and P's to Jim Brown, who, again, two legends, two Hall of Fame human beings, two people that, again, not only had an influence within their craft, within their culture, within their content, within whether it be Jim Brown playing football, whether it be superstar Billy Graham inside professional wrestling, but had an impact outside of that, just in society as a whole. Christ, Jim Brown was one of the biggest known activists, actors, athletes, that whole hybrid combination before anybody else even thought about doing it. And like I said, superstar Billy Graham has influenced literally everybody to everybody. At this point, there's a good amount of stuff. If you've ever even thought on the line of the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, and you didn't know where it came from, you can thank Billy Graham for that. So 100%. As a guy who's a man of 1,000 gimmicks and a man of 1,000 rhymes, and we do this from time to time, that, I've got to pay homage to guys that I 100%, you look through their back catalog and it's nothing but a top 10 list. Blackman for the win. Fair enough. Damien, you're letting me know. Let me know what's going on with House of Glory, because like I said, of everything with WWE right now has 100% been pulling my attention in, because right now we're getting an advertisement for NXT Battleground, which is, again, very much shaping up to be a stellar card. Yeah, the superstar was the original icon. Yeah, he was the cloth that all of these other cats cut from. That's really what it comes down to. Quite right, Lauren. What did Lauren say? The wrestling heaven has gained another angel tonight. Fair enough. Well, been a couple days, but I get what you're saying. But yeah, no, 100% of it shows. And like I said, it's nice to see somebody that was pretty much the groundwork, the foundation that a lot of the top professional wrestlers doing it today, doing it in the past decade, doing it in the past 2 decades, used as inspiration and took that as a launching pad. Fly high, Jim Brown, Godspeed to them. There we go. Well, I'm sure he's running all the way right through them damn pearly gates. Ken Broadway, aka Cash Flow, is here for House of Glory. Well, I've got, that's Encore right now in the ring. I don't have the latest WWE game, but next one should have Graham on cover, says Larry. I don't know if they'll do that, but I think he'll be DLC if they don't try and shoehorn him into DLC for 2K23, because I don't think that would be a bad shout. We've already got, very much still the Ultimate Warrior. We've got Randy Savage. We've got Hulk Hogan. Of Christ, I think we've still got Ric Flair in there. Give me a superstar Billy Graham. Just, you can fucking shoehorn it and just take everything from Hogan and just kind of, polish the outside a bit. Hear what you're talking about? Who? Oh, he's talking about House of Glory that we've also got going on right now. But I do have Asuka coming out right now to the ring. And a fun fact I've seen floating around going on. Is it interesting that everybody that Asuka's ended up having a feud with has ended up pregnant somehow? But I've got Asuka coming out right now. Now, does she have the spicy mist, the new toxic mist there, apparently, to where she's like the fucking frilled dinosaur from Jurassic Park when she misted Bianca Belair last week as the mask is falling off? But I've got Asuka coming out right now. And they did it in Bianca's hometown, too. And I still find it funny that everybody's like, did you see Asuka turn heel? Well, I thought she was supposed to be heel the whole time. I thought that's what she was going forward. I thought that's what she was in this whole story. So where was this a turn? Asuka is just being wasted. Fair enough. Not a terrible shout, actually. I still think there's the potential possibility that we maybe get Kyrie coming back, because, her deals with Stardom is done and all that, but we'll see. We'll see if they could do a lot more with Asuka. I think they're OCing it. They're Tony Khan with OCing it, of that they just bank on that people are going to be behind Asuka regardless. So they just will constantly throw her out there and just put her in whatever. Oh, so we're getting Zelina Vega versus Asuka coming up, and she's still got her Puerto Rico gear, which, again, still chef's kiss of Malachi Alistair. You are a lucky man, sir. But we are getting Bianca Belair versus Asuka at Night of Champions for the Raw Women's Championship, even though they're both on SmackDown. But let us know. Let us know. KJ will be back at some point. Who you're taking in this match, folks, whether you're taking Zelina Vega or if you're taking Asuka. Boston saying, I got Asuka the full win. Asuka's more like a feel cross between a face and a heel. She seems to be playing both sides of the fence, acting a heel and still getting over as a baby face. That's what we call a tweener, sir. That's what we call. And so Zelina comes out just fresh off the interview, wears her little fucking gamer headset there for all of 10 seconds. And now she's passing out chacletas here so you know how to properly discipline your child, folks. She's passing out chacletas. And I hope I'm pronouncing that right. If I do, don't cancel me. If I'm not, don't guess me. But I've got Zelina Vega coming out right now. Like I said, still wearing 100% her gear from Backlash. She was so excited about it in the moment she decided not to change it up. But so let me know who you're taking, whether you're taking Asuka or Zelina Vega. And if you haven't done so already, be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. We do this for anything and everything. And still, as we've said earlier, big things popping, little things stopping, up to something sees and never sleeps. We're still always growing, still always moving. You never know until you know. 100%. Like Boondock Saints, if we're like 7-Eleven, we may not always be busy, but we're always doing business. Why? Why is Lena going with the half Sasha look? Because someone's got to do it. And Trinity has already gone to Impact. High head kick from Asuka. Lauren's taking Zelina. KJ's taking Asuka. I want to feel Asuka. That sounds creepy. 6 feet, sir. Zelina is so Chef's already out here drooling over. Zelina is going to commercial right now, folks. So you got plenty of time to get your predictions in. Asuka's winning this one for sure, says Big Dog. Bliss is coming. You're saying Alexa Bliss is coming back at Night of Champions. Why, how, and where? What would serve the purpose of having a place that's already historically not the fondest of female matches? You're going to have a female return angle in Saudi Arabia? I don't see that. And even then, what feud does she get involved in out of the gate? Where does she go from there? If she just returns of what she gets involved with Bianca, we've heard the rumors, or at least I've heard the rumors of a Bianca heel turn, or does she turn around and get involved with Rhea? And there's even still the outlying rumor of, is she still somehow involved with Uncle Howdy and Bray? That could be interesting. Yeah, I don't think, if we do get Alexa, it's not happening at Night of Champions. LA Nina, Bella Zelina. But of course, somehow my opinion doesn't matter. Jamie, who said your opinion doesn't matter? Well, first off, I think I have to be able to translate your opinion for it to matter. I won't lie, halfway a little bit sounded like, jump in the line, rock your body in time. But so LA, Nana, Bella, Zelina. So, all right, JV, explain your point and we'll get there. Unless she sprays Zelina with the mist and gets DQ'd. Well, that's the thing is it a DQ? Because, I mean, it's on one hand kind of sort of technically a foreign object, but I mean, she produced it naturally. I hate that I said that, but does she do the spicy venomous mist into Zelina, and that's when she has to break free from the backlash look? But does she have the oversell reaction that Bianca did? Because, like I said, Newman from fucking Seinfeld did not sell getting fucking poisoned in the face as much as Bianca Belair did. Opinion on the LA Knight booking. Well, it's going to really come down to how they do tonight with a tag match. I've seen all of the rumors about LA Knight's the guy of the booking is 100% set for him. Right. But none of that said that was good booking or adequate booking. We've already got him paired up with Boogs, and that was set up online on a digital exclusive. So it's going to be interesting if LA Knight goes full babyface and they really start to get behind him and they push him, and Boogs turns heel, or if we just get, this is just another middling tag team to be, here's your catchphrases, here's your ad spot, here's your little bit of reprieve from pro wrestling. That's too many people. That's one people's. Fox channel is not working on my end, so please tell me what's happening. Nick, I got you
That's what
covered
we do.
now. I got Asuka and Zelina. Oh, I got a drop toe hold from Zelina on to Asuka.
What's up, buddy?
What? Hi.
Zelina going for a 619. Shit.
Well, I had 2 out of those 3 numbers with her. I'll let you figure it out. Meteora. 2 count. So you're taking Asuka for this match? You taking
I
Asuka?
got you. What?
I took Asuka.
Yeah.
For this match.
Yeah, they're building Asuka up.
To where?
To champion.
Right? She takes out Bianca?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's time. Thankfully, I got you guys. That's what we're here for.
Thank you for being a friend. Down the road and back.
My heart is true. No, anyway. Thankfully, we're a pleasure to be your alternative commentary for all the shows there, King Jordan. Right now, I got, Zelina almost catching Asuka. Asuka instantly hits. Rings of Saturn. Cash flow. Asuka is not letting go. I'm on my own. Forget the draft. No, Belair is in the house with the wrong color belt, but we're okay with it. Belair should stop looking over her shoulder. She's kind of giving away the lead here. You know what happens next? The mist! Belair no-sold it. Why didn't you chase her? Go get her! She spit in your face. What is happening, folks? Why'd she roll out and beat the shit out of her? All right. So Asuka dances away. This time her mist was blue. And Belair not happy. Zelina put up a good fight. Decent match, folks. Now, we still have House of Glory on as well. Getting a replay involving Charles Mason. But SmackDown going to the progressive match flow. For those who cannot see the wrestling, we'll keep you up to date on all of it. For those who can, let us know what you think. Let us know how you're feeling. But I'm getting a promo now for Night of Champions, or at least the tag match. The World Heavyweight Championship match. I got DirecTV. Fair enough. Is that better or worse than Spectrum? I have no idea. We got our own issues up here. Big Dog, what's wrong with Wayne Knight? What do you say about him, man? What's up, Raphael? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, be a part of the family. Remember, folks, we are the channel for fans, by fans. As they're hyping up the match in Jeddah, folks, we might, to me, Seth and AJ could be one of those matches that we look back on at the end of the year and say, yeah, that was it. That was one of the matches of the year for sure. I can't wait. It's going to be a good one. Worse. Oh, shit. I know we deal with Spectrum through our buddy CJ, and it's never a good time. Steve Chambers. Horrible news. They did fire their GM. That might be okay, though. Shout out to... you know what? It's a shout out to all the Leaf fans. We've been here, done that, and Kyle got them so far. What can you do? It's a game of results, and they're running out of TikTok time with some of the key players to their team. So something's got to give. And unfortunately, it's up to the players to play. But right now, I'm getting a commercial for WWE Shop. And I got Jake something coming out to the ring in House of Glory as well. Big Dog, I remember. I don't know what that was. Good night of wrestling. Would you like there to be 5 matches in a 2-hour show? But I think we will only get 4. I would like a little more than 5, to be honest. I mean, there's plenty of time. But, yeah, WWE's kind of put themselves in this place where it doesn't matter if it's a 3-hour show, doesn't matter if it's a 2-hour show, if it's on a Monday or a Friday. It's just a lot of other stuff. Too much so. Too much so. Didn't Waller and AJ feud in NXT? AJ and Waller did have a feud. That's part of this story here right now, Smile Mark, is it's a kind of a coming full circle. Why not have the arrogant new heel on the scene? Oh, sorry. I completely got sidetracked, folks. Where's Nick? I got Arnold on my screen. What is this? I'll manage. Fubar. I'm getting a commercial for Fubar, and there's no Nick. Anyway, back to the point. Yeah, Waller will be doing his first ever Waller effect on SmackDown, and he's going to do it with somebody that he has history with. So, yeah, I think this has got potential to be entertaining. We'll see. As Charles Mason is coming out to the ring to defend his title against Jake something. But by the way, anyone else notice that at House of Glory they're using like a model runway? Like a fashion show runway as an entrance? It's kind of cute. Walker effect. There we go. Waller. Nothing wrong with Wayne Knight. I just find it funny that Nick is using one of his characters as a comparison to wrestling. You never know what you're going to get with Nick. Don't worry, Big Dog. Team Cashflow just won. All right, Damien, I got that one right. Smile Mark. All right, you guys are talking to each other. I am in a commercial break, folks. We will be back to the action. We do have House of Glory kicking off as well. I'm going to try and catch up on this chat as we go along here. But Grayson Waller effect. Too many commercials, too many video packages. Listen, if the commercials are what they have to be, 1, the placement of the commercials, I would appreciate being improved. 2, I think where you have an opportunity is don't go into a commercial on bullshit and then come out of the commercial on bullshit when you got somebody standing in the ring. Like, that live experience can't be fun. To be sitting there for 9 minutes at a time where someone's just dancing to their own entrance music. Even worse if you're sitting there watching a heel just stand there, not wanting to engage with anything. So, yeah, I mean, they got to do something, but it's just spread out. You got good matches. Zelina Asuka can go a little bit longer. This match could be given a bit time. Or slide in something else. Wow, look at the entrance for Waller. Could you imagine if Jay White got an introduction to AEW like this? The Dynamite from Down Under. The Moment Maker. The Icon. Waller. There you go. So Grayson Waller in the ring. The Waller effect. What an intro for Grayson Waller. If the fans didn't know they were supposed to pay attention, they just made sure you were. The old school ECW entrance. Yeah, right? Anyone else remember quarter water jugs? Yeah. What do we? They don't. Well, I mean, we're on metric system. But Waller introducing AJ Styles. Asuka will obviously lose at Night of Champions. It's predictable. What if she doesn't, though? What if she doesn't lose? I'm picking Asuka. Why not? Bianca broke the record. Bianca's had that belt longer than any other woman. It's time. It's time. Asuka wins that belt, runs around spitting in people's face for a while, and then we find a baby face to scoop it off her. But there's speculation, there's talks, there's rumors about Bianca and Ford going heel. So I've been predicting this. I think they're going to try and turn them into the Miz and Mrs., where they're going to be pompous and arrogant. And I think Ford and Belair can both pull it off. I actually like Belair better as a heel than I do as a babyface. I really do. When she first started as a heel, it worked. And that EST thing came off arrogant and above everybody. It's beautiful. There you go. So AJ Styles is here, folks. He's sitting down with Grayson Waller at the moment. The worst night of my TV to mess up for wrestling. Nah, Jordan, you know what? There'll be other good nights, other big nights, and you still got your live coverage here at the Wrasslin for Life Network. Grayson Waller getting what chance again? Where's Nick? What's up, Kevin? Y'all ain't watching the NBA playoffs. Clay, we can only watch so many things. I got House of Glory. I got, Charles Mason and Jake something going at it. I got the Waller effect. Grayson Waller and AJ are having a debate. There are only so many screens, only so many minutes, and only so many eyeballs, buddy. But I did check in. So, not bad start. Waller getting lots of hype. Do not think that was a good way to introduce Waller, reintroduce, because remember, he did pop up a couple times. So some of the WWE universe would be very aware of who Waller is. He has made a presence, but to reintroduce Waller was not the perfect way to make him feel like he's not just another guy. There you go, folks. Get the super chat in. We need a whole bunch of equipment. We're working on trying to get sponsors as we speak. So, yes, feed the super chat. Feed the super stickers. Be a part of the family. Be a part of the show. And, yeah, help us put all the money back into this programming between wrestling subscriptions at this point. Jesus Christ. And everything else we do. I appreciate it, Chambers. Great for Waller. He's a future champ. 100%. Grayson Waller has a bright future, comfortable with the mic, athletic. He needs a new finisher. Outside of his finisher, I can tolerate just about anything that we're getting from Grayson Waller. The only thing that I don't like is his horrendous finisher. So Waller's letting AJ know that Seth frickin' Rollins might be the winner. AJ taking exception. And now we're getting music. Okay. It was a little bit of a pointless segment. Unless this is leading to AJ Waller in the future. But we go backstage. We are with the LAWO, the Latino World Order. Of course, Zelina's not with the boys right now. She had her arms stretched out by Asuka a little bit ago. Okay. Okay. Asuka will win at Night of Champions. Chambers with me. Damien's taking Charles Mason in this particular match. I'm also taking Mason. If you guys don't know who Charles Mason is, the guy's been one of the best heels in the indies for quite a while right now. He's got a really dialed in gimmick. He knows who he is. He delivers really good matches, and he plays it really well. A lot of sneak attacks. He's a heel of heels. 24-23, Boston ahead. She's a tight one. Snickers does it. There you go. Grayson Hooler. Here come the Street Profits. Good point, KJ. I try and have a few of them. Try. Who's your pick between Jake Something and Charles Mason? Sorry, I just ruined that one. I was working backwards. Y'all got that one. So let's go back down. Super chat. Scott. Nothing but love. Shout out to JD from the NY and Jason Solomon Hogg. Listen, you know I got a little bit of heat for JD. So yeah.
What in the Rudy Blue hell?
Right? No, listen, you got to give respect where it's due. The man's doing the show tonight, but listen, if
doing what show? He's on fucking commentary.
Yeah.
No wonder I have this shit on mute.
All right, fair enough. But yeah, no, I mean, if you guys ever catch me doing a fucking a Raw stream or a SmackDown stream with an AEW hoodie on, just turn me off. You know, whatever.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, he said it, not
It'll
me.
Never happen.
Does not reflect the thoughts and opinions of the channel.
Nick, do you remember Quarter Water?
Oh, you're testing my New York City knowledge, and I didn't grow up in New York City, but I remember, yeah, it was Quarter Soda.
Quarter Soda.
Told so. We had a Told so.
Right. So we have LA Knight teaming with Rick Boogs. Forget picking who wins. Who turns on who? Knight turns on Boogs, or Boogs turns on Knight? I think it's Boogs.
It's a boogie night. That's what it is.
Yeah, I think it's Boogs that goes heel. We get a heel booger.
Pause. But
what do you think? They're not I can't genuinely see them being a tag team long term.
No, well, this is going to be very telling because if they win and they win clean and there's nothing afterwards, oh shit. Because like I said, while you were on a pause for the cause of, we've heard the stories that the LA Knight booking is 100% set of that. They're going a direction with it. We've not heard what direction that is, but everybody just assumed it was going to be good.
But listen, man, I mean, we talked about it when it comes to FTR. I fucking hate what FTR is doing right now, but they signed a 4-year deal. So I don't know what they have in the works for year one, the end of year one, into year two. I'm hoping it's better than Jeff Jarrett and fucking Karen Jarrett.
But still, if you don't care in year one and year two, why the fuck are you staying around for year 3?
Amen, brother. There you go. And that's true. That's it. And with LA got himself over. You have to reward him.
You don't. And there's countless examples
I know they don't.
WWE of when somebody gets themselves over. That you don't have to that they don't pay it forward with that. That they just literally, you did what you weren't supposed to. You went off. You went into business for yourself.
Let him win. I'm going Profits. The Profits don't lose very often. Let them in. Man, I was so mad. You were on break and I got a fucking FUBAR commercial.
Oh, what?
The new Arnold movie.
Yeah, do it. Listen to me.
It was about a train, not a chopper, though. There might be a chopper to get off the train.
Get to the train. Yeah, do it. Get to the trolley. Yeah, listen to me.
Oh,
I am the conductor.
And then the crowd gave Waller the what chant. So it was like, you picked the worst time to take a break.
My people have spoken. But I do like Waller. I think there's a lot of really good potential with Waller. And I think this whole thing with AJ, and we're running back a little bit of the NXT feud, as much as everybody's, we're unsure about if Seth's going to win, or, he's going to be filming stuff for Captain America and yada, yada, yada. If you're seeing this on Friday Night SmackDown, do you think that they're just going to give that up? So AJ, and I guess assumingly all of the OC goes to Monday Night Raw. Everybody acts because they just heard about it, WWE just found out about it too. That's not how fucking companies work. You're muted. Perfect time because I've got LA
Yeah.
coming out right now.
I
The
was
king
down
of Cavorca. I feel like I'm doing another fucking superstar tribute here of, the
Oh,
man of the
shit.
hour, too sweet to be sour.
They gave him the mic. Yes. Let's go.
I've had it out with people earlier today of saying, "Oh, he's nothing but a jobber" and everything like that.
Yeah,
like,
because
no,
that's how
it's
he's been
literally
built.
he's been giving fucking a turd sandwich since he's debuted on the main roster, and he's somehow managed to make chicken shit out of chicken salad, or chicken salad out of chicken shit. There we go. Oh, no, my mic.
He's got the crowd just going with him.
That's the thing, is this man is a babyface. If anything, Boogs turns. Boogs is somehow a heel. Nakamura's disappointed. Pat McAfee's disappointed. Everybody's disappointed that Boogs is a heel. But how do you make...
And Boogs says, I haven't been here in a while, but check out my junk. Thanks, Boogs.
Literally, this is like if... This is ultimate Joey Ryan right now, is Rick Boogs.
Oh.
Just saying.
He does look like a blowed up.
He looks like fucking roided out Joey Ryan.
It's not nice on any level, but oh my God.
It's not nice, but doesn't mean it's wrong.
LA Knight came out, controlled the crowd, got them to sing along with him. They popped for him. He's got it down. Let me tell you something.
But that's the thing, though, is he has the same cadence. He has the same pomp and circumstance. He reminds me so much of Attitude Era Dwayne.
He really does.
He has the same
it's
cadence,
so funny.
He has the same presence, everything.
Man, those clips, like you think back to LA Knight, for those who haven't seen it, go look it up. But LA Knight and NWA running around the podium screaming, yeah, repeatedly. That shit was awesome.
What in the fuck is Ford doing? But by the way, we are on our way, folks. So if you haven't done so, give us your predictions, whether you're taking the Street Profits or Boogie Nights. I guess is their tag team. But that's the thing, is that's why this could literally end up to where that's the tag team going forward is Boogie Nights.
You need to turn Boogs into like a fucking ravishing Rick Rude character.
I want everyone in the attendance to keep quiet so these
you
sweat
disgusting
hogs,
mouth breathers,
right? These neck bearded sweat hogs can see what a real man looks like.
That's what
he has that same vibe. Yeah. Though he's literally like, if this was maybe 20 years ago, he would have been in the vaudevillains. He would have been Simon Gotch's fucking heavy. He's fucking strong. And all he's missing is the fucking twirly mustache.
Dawkins says, let me have him. So we're getting the bigger half, even though not nearly as big as Boogs.
Well, how do you feel about like the 80s, 90s tassels and everything? The tassels on the boots, a la Macho Man, especially Ultimate Warrior. That's instantly where I go.
Scott actually has an elaboration on your thought.
What? Joey Warrior.
Joey Warrior. Shaking the ropes with something else.
I was going to say that there's a lot of jokes I could make there.
I don't even want to talk about him. Sorry.
When I crash this plane into parts unknown. Hogan. Have you ever heard Christian, speaking as a Canadian and a Torontoite, have you heard Christian do his Warrior impression to where he quotes the promo before WrestleMania 6 in Toronto? It's literally like spot on, like line for line of like.
Okay.
If there is someone that needs to induct again, I guess Warrior, it's Christian.
Right.
You just do the Warrior impression.
Steve's taking the Profits. Nick, Damien's taking the Profits. Who are you taking?
Oh,
I gotta go Profits. They're almost at Orange Cassidy level. They lose occasionally, but they're pretty good for a dub.
I just, for the sake of disagreements, I'll take Boogie Nights.
Okay. People are gonna lose their mind. They win and they like celebrate together and they move.
That's forward. The thing is, I'm taking what I don't want to happen. So I'm voting against myself, but
Oh, forward with it up to the top. Wow.
double
Crossbody.
frog splash crossbody.
Wow. Down goes LA.
I like this from James. Did Ultimate Warrior and Freddie Mercury have a baby? Yes.
Ting.
I want to break free.
Fat bottom girls. No, just kidding.
Parts unknown girls, you make the warrior go round.
By the way,
Or
Mason
taking
and
flight.
Jason are still going. Oh, Montez over the top.
Oh, you
Wait.
could be like
No,
I said.
wait.
I think you're 100% right. I just picked him to be difficult. Frog splash, and does anyone hit a frog splash better than Montez
No.
right now in professional wrestling? 1, 2, 3, as Street Profits pick up the win.
Okay.
But I think this is where you start to sow the seeds of dissension. You get that double turn. You get that Bret Austin moment here.
I was just saying, like, did I look away? Did I miss something? That was clean as shit, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, how they even still frame Ford's frog splash?
Oh, I mean, it's amazing.
Literally, I want that as like a fucking portrait on the wall of just his fucking frog splash. Frog splash through the ages. Of like him.
Booger's gonna do it. Booger's gonna do it.
Oh.
Wait, no.
Oh, LA Knight!
But he got
LA
a
Knight
pop.
is the one who turns.
Pop.
I am the one who knocks, says LA Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, to quote Walter White.
But he got a pop, dude.
So
Not a boo.
Is this WWE's thing of just welcome to WWE, where the heels are baby faces and the matches don't matter?
Right? Like shit.
But is that a heel turn? How can it be a heel turn if you get cheered?
Yeah, I mean, nobody gives a shit about Boogs, so everyone's happy to see it.
Right. If LA Yaz in the woods and no one's around to hear it,
listens.
Is he a baby face or is he a heel?
We're getting a replay of one of the shortest matches in wrestling history.
Right.
Has Cameron
Leroy's got to be in contention there for, she's got to be questioned of, I need a stopwatch on this match.
I have no idea why Corbin's still a professional wrestler at this point.
There's a lot of potential with Corbin.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing, my friend.
Proceed to waste every drop of it.
Is it? I miss Cameron Grimes with a vest. Like this preppy Cameron Grimes.
You miss the Carolina caveman?
Yeah, like I miss, like, he looks too clean. Like
he looks like he should be involved in. It goes back to NXT. He looks like he's about to be involved with like Frank the Tank and Drew Gulak on NXT with this look of like the man bun, but the button up shirt.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for him to show up at my door and try and sell me a book.
Have you heard about our Lord and Savior?
Have you heard the good word? Yeah. Up next, later tonight.
Yeah, we're getting the LWO, Rey Mysterio, Ronald Mysterious, and Escobar versus the Usos, as I'm getting an ad for Transformers Rise of This Is All We Got. And I've got Charles Mason walking.
Yeah, retains that belt.
It's so weird because in House of Glory, Charles Mason is like a god. He is Roman Reigns. He is the Orange Cassidy. He is the Alpha and the Omega. But in every other promotion, Job Squad. Job Squad.
I feel like he's had the belt for like 400 plus days.
It's him and Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill, and Roman Reigns right now are running down longest title reign.
Right. Well, Jake Something getting applause in his unsuccessful attempt to win the HOG.
What are they applauding for, Jake, or are they applauding for something?
Something.
That's the question. Therein lies the enigma.
Right? Oh, cheesesteak pizza. Jesus.
Oh, bro, I've been seeing that. Like, my guy.
LA Knight joins Judgment Day. Pourquoi, Richard?
Everybody's there, just everybody's throwing at Judgment Day. I saw so many people of like JD McDonough joins Judgment Day because JD, and it just fits perfectly. It's like, no, do fucking teacher versus mentor. Do a good storyline instead of just everybody's going to be in a faction. You know who did that? Eric Bischoff and Vince Russo. You know who that worked out for? Nobody.
No, this guy looks like that's what I said. I called it kind of. I'm back. Catch me up. No. You didn't miss much.
Catch up. I was about to say, I'm hot dog. You better catch up, homie.
You popped yourself.
Just hit that rewind button and you can rewatch us and you can catch up on everything that way. This isn't a DVR. You can't just hit rewind when you choose to.
Mm-hmm. You cannot. No, we always fill you in as much as we can. The last match was the Street Profits getting the W, and we're back into a commercial break, and the fun rolls on, folks. Make sure that you've taken a moment, hit like, hit subscribe,
acknowledge
all of our stuff. We got more coming your way. We officially added Luna Havoc to the team, to the mix, to the medley, and the lady's been busy. Got a TikTok up and running for us. She's tip top on the TikTok, like we said. She's tip top, all right. So, folks, join us. Be a part of the family. We are the wrestling friends you can't find in your real life, and we're here all the goddamn time. We will be back tomorrow for GCW The Way I Am, and I get to play with some.
Because I am everything you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would I say I am?
I was jazzed when I saw their poster because then I get to play with like M&M graphics. Like,
Well, I mean, speaking of, you have M&M and now I've got K&K, but I've got Karrion Kross. Thankfully, I didn't say a third K, but I've got Karrion Kross right now on my screen. Speaking of TikTok, and we've even got our own Scarlet involved with it. Oh, the tarot card has drawn justice for AJ Styles. So I've heard the rumors that that's going to be the feud coming out of Night of Champions. But again, everybody's like, oh, I can't believe he's filming Captain America. There's no way he could win the title.
He's winning the title, guys.
Right. Like, let's put fucking logic behind some of this, please. Like, I understand there's this thing called kayfabe, and we all like to try and enjoy it. But sometimes you have to actually put two fucking brain cells and rub them together. You might start a fire called a thought. Fuck.
Well, I couldn't end that any other way. Yeah, we got Cody back on the screen, so we're getting a recap of what happened last Monday as we're building this story. And a lot of people hate this story, Nick. And me and Luna talked about it last night. I was like, they didn't give us a reason. They didn't give us a. Shut the fuck up. Sometimes it's just the way the wind blew that particular day. It's
hard times, baby. It's hard times out here for being a Rhodes.
Yeah,
but even then,
as much as you're right, we didn't get a good reason. But everything that happened since that beating that Cody took, good enough for me. Let's keep going. It's all money if you just take the hate down and enjoy.
I was gonna say, you're not excited to see pissed off, bruised, battered, broken, scary Brock Lesnar in a fight with Cody Rhodes. Hallelujah. We've got Alba Fire.
Isla Dawn.
Isla.
I know.
Well, I was did they get new music? Looking like they're fucking wicked witches from a Disney movie out here. Of like, what's with the fucking like?
It's their thing, dude.
Papa Shango. Like,
why would you go there?
I'm saying with the the boogeyman, the fucking walking stick and everything like that.
Yeah.
Like she's about to go like, I'm the fire chick, and I'm
the fire chick. I'm about to burn you.
Exactly.
Hey, but Valentina Feroz and Yulissa something. Shit.
Two chicks from Staten Island.
That's NXT level up right there. Feroz, is that not Santino's daughter?
I don't know.
I might be talking on my ass, fact checkers.
Like I said, they look like two chicks from fucking Staten Island.
Chef's with you on the cosplay vibe.
Right.
No, but watch them decimate. It's going to be
That's
awesome.
what this is. This is Job Squad. This is
It's supposed to be.
squash match. This is welcome to SmackDown
sorry.
Dark or Dark Elevation.
I'm not going to
SmackDown
say a
Elevation.
bad thing about this tag team as long as Isla's in it. Sorry.
You can't say anything as long as they have red hair.
Funny as shit.
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. You haven't yet. Oh.
Isla. Oh, son of a bitch.
Tagging Alba.
So Isla tags back in
And I say
Alba.
this, I'm a big fan of both these chicks.
Yeah.
Both these girls. So I think they're fantastic. If you're going to focus and actually put prominence on a women's tag team division, this is where you do it. But
whoa, time out. Michael Cole, you suck. I call party foul on Michael Cole. 2
what
points
did you
off.
do now besides breathe?
You know what? These two women set up a very wicked looking visual in their finisher. And they snapped this lady back and fucker Cole. Hey, look, a Russian leg sweep. Thanks, Cole, you fucking donkey. That's the best you can come up with? Where's Excalibur when we need him? You give us some fancy name for it.
The Usos. No, it's a double. It's like a double reverse skull crushing finale of it's a Russian leg sweep, but they're facing forward instead of backwards.
He's been doing the job
or backwards instead of forwards. But yeah,
all with the spell, the fucking black cat, oh my god, I'm on fire.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Yeah, anything. Call it something. Call it charmed. I don't give a fuck. Oh, did you look
the
at
Jobber
Liv.
Slayer?
Oh, Liv's gonna miss a considerable amount of time.
Oh, on Raw, we're getting the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship Fatal 4-Way, and Raquel's gonna have a mystery partner. It's her versus Shayna and Rana versus Io and Bailey versus Complaint Department. Well, I saw people floating around this today of they had a plan in place with Rana. Her being injured around WrestleMania hindered that. The injury with Liv might have further hindered that. So, and plus, Ronda's on the clock's ticking. The contract runs out, and they don't know if they're going to renew it.
Raquel's here.
I
can't
stand.
stand.
Probably look like she's interviewing fucking Andre here. Let me tell you something, Gene Mean.
I can't handle this soft, sad
SAWFT soft.
This Raquel is horrid.
This division is horrid. This is the fucking Walking Dead. This is the zombie apocalypse. I can smell the fucking rot and stank off of this fucking tag team division right now because literally there is nothing of relevancy. There's nothing for me to give a shit about outside of, hey, I like them. They look cute. They look good. Name me one fucking storyline, one reason to turn into any of this.
Raquel's getting a bonus partner. When have they ever, is that common practice? I don't recall the last time.
I don't know. The last two people that had the belts and
it's going to be Dana Brooke.
Happy with the way that the things were going, walked out of the fucking company. So,
down. We got Austin Theory coming out to the ring.
Still do like that, especially because he has been kind of pegged as like the Cena 2.0 of his new shirt plays on the old Cena shirts. And
right. And he beat him. What can you say?
I still want to see him versus Flip Gordon in a fucking Spider-Man meme off. I am you. You are me.
Dude, where's my Cole?
Right.
He knows every move in wrestling. Are you talking about Excalibur or Cole? Listen.
He's talking about us.
Yeah, well, we fucking should. But here's the thing, guys. I just can't say some of them because, who fucking Hiroshi.
You can't say their names. Fucking
yeah, never mind the fucking move that some asshole in a mask made up.
Right.
He knows every. Here's the thing, and this is where I get really mad at the commentary. You guys can say what you want, different attitudes, different styles, fine. But when you get, your job is to build shit. So if you're trying to build a heel, you need the commentary team to build that heel. If you want the fans to be sad, happy, indifferent, the commentary guides that course. So when this new tag team shows up and they hit their big finisher, you don't call it a Russian leg sweep. You let us know what's up. Oh, wow.
Right.
Oh, my God,
It's almost like we kind of hearken ourselves as being the alternative commentary for all of the professional wrestling and everything. And we actually do this thing to where we get people the fuck over and all of that. And we actually call a spade at times versus just, poppy catchphrase.
Right.
Here's Vince talking in my ear.
Yeah, no, for sure. What the fuck is? Oh, sorry, I got it. Could Raquel join the? That's an interesting show. Zelina Vega is Raquel's surprise partner, and we get Bigelow.
People, let me tell you about my best friend.
By the way, if you guys were watching House of Glory, it's been on an intermission for a minute now. And
right.
I don't mean
thank God for SmackDown, because you would have heard me. I would have might have had an aneurysm by now with this fucking pause for the cause here.
What is this shit?
If this is a pause for the cause, that you don't know if they're coming back, I feel like.
I like the idea of an EO face turn. Have EO go after Ripley.
Ooh, not well. EO would be still on SmackDown, so she'd have to go on Bianca.
Oh yeah, sorry, dude. They won't change the belt, so my brain won't change either.
Right, it's one of those. Yeah, it's set on the default setting.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's it. Again, in lies a lot of the problems. The biggest thing that fails professional wrestling right now is logic. Literally, if you sit there and if anybody put 10 seconds of thought into half this shit, like there would be so much that would change over instantly, and it's mind-boggling at this point.
No,
I can literally hear you get the commercial after I got that from the commercial. But Rocco, what up? Austin, what up? Big Dog, I know you've been coming. I feel like there was one that I saw of yours I wanted to get to.
Oh, Jesus.
I'll take Son of God instead, but thank you.
No, literally, like Jesus. And he saw
wait. The Lord and Savior. This
of
is
course
how we are blessed, folks.
Jesus. Of course you saw what I did last night. I was fucking here live.
Wait. Hold on. Strike that. Reverse that. Recalculate what you said there. Of
what?
But anyways.
Wait, because I said the F word?
No, not even that. The way you structured the sentence, because I was expletive last night, so it sounded like you were just you needed orange and black and a fucking drum snare to fucking lead you in there.
Listen, if I start doing that live on YouTube,
do something strange.
I will need Jesus.
Strange.
I will need the Lord.
Yes, join the Discord, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, be a friend, tell a friend. I think we're at right now 1.79. We're still marching ever so apparently slowly on the road to 2K subscribers. So be a friend, tell a friend. Help us get over to 2K, and it'd be fantastic. Still, we're just barely over a year old.
We're like 6 away from 1.8. So make it happen, folks. Tell a friend. Jesus, can you help us out?
Wait, Jesus, you had at least 12 apostles. Let a motherfucker know.
Judas in my mind.
Right. What have I become?
I'm going to get it like, I'm going to fucking drop to the floor and be like, fuck, it really was Jesus.
I was going to say, everybody stay the fuck away from me right now.
I'm going to get hit with lightning.
Smite me, almighty smiter. If I am strucken down, if I just disappear, I have been smited.
Right. Nick is official. We can turn anything into a joke.
I won.
Just in case
when you're having a good time and you're having fucking fun, it's kind of hard not to make fun of shit, and it's kind of hard not to laugh. And that's what we do when it comes to wrestling. We actually make wrestling fucking fun again. of when you were a kid and you were going and you wanted to sit there and Hulk Hogan's better than the Ultimate Warrior because he has a better power fucking body slam. That's us. We're the fucking wrestling buddies, the wrestling nerds, and I pop this guy somehow, some way.
Oh, dude, it's just such a funny like. It was just follow the dog.
Go ahead, explain yourself. Explain yourself.
Fight it back into 80s wrestling and Jesus.
Exactly.
I think the vitamins are just setting in.
I told you, like I said, I am the man of the hour, the man with the power, too sweet to be sour. I'm made of nothing but twisted steel and sex appeal.
Oh, you turned it into like a semi-promo, then tied it back to the wrestling. I was, where the fuck are we going?
Exactly. I am the world's greatest AI.
My cheeks hurt.
Which cheeks hurt? Which cheeks hurt?
Easy, cowboy. Hey! Sheamus is back.
Well, like I said, I felt like the triple threat that they had last week was pretty much the setting up, the pomp and circumstance, the preconditioning for their U.S. division.
Felt like it.
Him, Shamo, Bobby Lashley, 100%.
Mm-hmm. Now, I want Bobby Lashley to get the fuck away from Theory. Go away. Like,
Bobby Lashley versus Roman SummerSlam?
I'm okay with
that. Do we have to have a solo Roman feud at SummerSlam? Do we go to the fucking tag team?
No,
we do back-to-back tag teams.
Yeah, if you weave the story well enough, you can continue that into somebody contending for that belt going into SummerSlam. It's not a guarantee slam dunk. We're surmising that it could be a Bloodline SummerSlam.
If you do that, it does help the World Heavyweight Championship because that becomes the prominent world title as we got a bro kick from Shamo onto Austin Theory and a mic drop.
Irish style.
I was going to say, someone check the stopwatches. Was that faster than the bro kick on Daniel Bryan? After the kiss of death from AJ Lee.
Damien, I know you were watching. I don't know who else was watching. Damien, did House of Glory end? Like, is it over or is this the world's longest intermission?
Facts. Swear to God.
Was Charles Mason? No, because I thought we were getting Fatu.
I haven't seen. Give me my Jacob Fatu versus Matt Cardona.
Yeah,
I was advertised this, but this again goes back to how we said of House of Glory has been touch and go when it comes to Fight TV.
Oh, big dog, not happy with us at all right now.
Spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch. In nomine Patria, Filii, Spiritus Sancti. Hey, technically, I'm an ordained minister in two different religions. In the Universal Life Church and Dudism. I am technically an ordained minister. So piss off from minister to minister.
I don't even have a creative comeback for that.
Exactly.
You're a minister of dudism. That fucking perfect. You need that on a t-shirt.
That's the dude. You literally send an email and you become a minister of dudism. You can fucking it's so funny to find the shit that you can literally just send an email and you're an ordained minister.
Coming to the ring, the minister of dudism.
Right. Exactly.
Hey.
So see, I am a father. I'm a man of God.
Oh Lord.
The fucking the woe and sorrow in your eyes right there.
This is the most
this is where we come
stream ever.
What?
Here comes Rey Mysterio.
Yes, Ronald Mysterious. Very much like what you said there was mysterious to me.
Hog is currently giving us a video package. At least they went from a still screen to a video. So
yeah, it only took them an hour.
I feel like they've been on break for 35 minutes. Like, are they building a new ring?
No, I think they're just making sure people are here. Like, but we've got the LWO coming out right now. Santos and Ronald Mysterious, and Santos has the mask on as well.
And they're over as shit. People can hate on this all they want. And listen, you and I have gone, down the road with Ronald Mysterious plenty, right? Like, we've gone and had our talks about, you know what, maybe Dom should just retire him. Maybe we're sick of him being like the babyface.
He's the gatekeeper.
What?
I just said he's the gatekeeper of gatekeepers.
Yeah, but this is working. It's selling T-shirts like a motherfucker.
Now, again, though, is this a bit of nostalgia? Is this a bit why, like, Collision went heavy into the WCW Nitro? Of this is literally of we're gonna rely on a lot of the people that are into this shit right now are wrestling fans of a certain vintage like us that remember the original LWO, that remember that instantly saw the Collision logo and thought that's WCW Nitro. I think they might be kind of honey dipping back into that nostalgia well a bit.
Right. I listen, from all the places for the Lord to show up, I can't imagine this would be it.
That's how you know we're blessed, folks. That's
We're
how
blessed.
you know big things popping, little things stopping, up to something season never sleeps. Spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch.
Well, big shout out to
Jesus. Thank you for rising up to be a friend and tell a friend.
Tell a friend.
Of the Wrestling for Life Network.
Don't forget
the
to
apostles.
like, share, and subscribe.
Right. That's why we're always out here for a conversation with the congregation. Go and spread the good gospel of Wrestling for Life Network. What? This man sending a message. Samoan Spike. Lucha Underground reunion. Oh God.
The roll over against. I think. Could Roman be spiteful and send Solo out there to make sure they don't get a win?
What?
No.
Why? What the fuck?
Could Roman somehow fuck
I'm so spiteful that fuck you. You're gonna lose and embarrass me even more. Like what the fuck? Why? What?
Folks, I'm in the presence of the Lord, I'm gonna go do some penance.
He's got to go walk on water. He's got to go have he's got to go take communion. He's got to go beg forgiveness. I was fucking blanking on the term. Doing confession. There we go. Wow, LWO over against the Usos. No, nonetheless, Solo or Roman didn't know. I think honestly, you could see Solo Roman might still get interfered or might still interfere. And it could be a little bit of, well, see, you couldn't do it without us. All of that. But at the same time, I could see if we're going to build to the Usos versus Solo and Roman at SummerSlam, the Usos do still have to pick up a win at some point. They do still have to look fucking credible. And not just in, but fucking credible. Pause. And does the LWO do they really move one way or the other, whether they get the win or whether they take the L? But next week on the KO show, we have Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. So we get a replay pretty much of what we got this week, just next week with the fucking studio setup. And next week we get Raquel and mystery partner versus Bailey and Io in the and AJ versus Karen Cross. Oh, damn. Well, I mean, good on you if you're the crowd that's there tonight, because you're probably getting all of this right now. So fair warning. Oh, and Sheamus versus Theory for the US title next week. So again, spoiler alerts in preference there. When it comes to next week, don't be spoiling nothing around here. But we're back from commercial, and it looks like we might be back from break on House of Glory, as I have Montekia and Nut Butters coming out in the most CGI AR superhero ever. But we've got the Usos versus the LWO kicking off right now. So we've got Jamie and Jay versus Santos and Ray. So let me know in the chat who you're taking, who you're predicting to pick up the win here. You can even call Roman interference. You can call this, that, and the third. I'm going to go with the Usos picking up the win here. of they've got to at least pick up a win at some point. And is the LWO really hindered by the fact that they took an L? Zelina took an L to Rhea at Backlash, and everyone was talking about Zelina out of that match. They weren't talking a damn thing about the fact that Rhea picked up the win. So that's where I think this lies. Small Mark taking the Usos. Usos for the win. Gonna stay with the Bloodline. Big Dog is a bona fide blood oos. Oh. So what if I start crip walking on you there? Bye. Just kidding. Those woman tag titles, cursed, injuries, fires, walkouts, burials. I wouldn't want them. Fair enough. Well, it's like I said earlier, it's pretty much the same, almost a little bit of if you have a match with Asuka, or if you have a feud with Asuka, you end up pregnant. But I've got Jay and Ray kicking off right now. Hey, what do you say? Maybe you should stay and hit that subscribe button. Maybe hit that notification. What? We're even getting a little bit of a dissension amongst the Usos themselves here. Pause thought, what if Sami and KO come out during the match? Again, not a terrible shout. That's the thing, is this whole storyline continues above and beyond, and that's even a bit of what Cena praised Roman for. Roman in this whole feud, regardless of how you feel about Roman Reigns, he's gotten Sami Zayn over more, he's gotten Kevin Owens more, he's gotten Jimmy, Jay, Christ. There were people clamoring for Jay to win the World Heavyweight Championship off of his involvement being in the same story as Roman. So anybody involved, this could go any sort of type of way. But I right now think that the cover all your bases, the whichever way you want to go with this story, the best bet is the Usos pick up the win.
I like to shout that somehow KO, I think LeBeau gets the win. They're hot right now. They're pure kind of over baby faces. Sami and KO screwing the Usos so they lose again. Only makes them look worse to the tribal chief. I like it.
That KO pops like how you popped up here. And I guess I got to touch on this for Aaron here. I love you.
Oh. Nope. LeBeau for the win. We have 3 more title matches tonight. On Hog? Yeah, we do. I got Alex Price and Mantis in the ring right now, by the way. If you guys are fans of House of Glory, that's what's going on that screen. Right now, SmackDown has gone back to commercial. I will take a moment to remind everybody to like, subscribe, share, be a part of the family. Go check out all our links. Keep the chat blown up, folks. We love to see it. We have built this channel on a live chat. So join us. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid. Let us know who you're taking in the match. In the main event between the Usos and LWO, LWO, also known as what Chambers say? A lot of shenanigans. Kevin and Sami and Judgment Day going to interfere. So a bunch of people getting involved. Okay. Got that one. Same wavelength. Big Dog. Another pay-per-view without Roman defending his title. Surprised how that keeps going. Well, keep in mind this, folks. Mark, I think this was done intentionally. Roman has to go to Saudi Arabia. I'm sure that's part of the deal. They're not signing over all this money to have guys like Roman not show up. But you want the highlight to be the new World Heavyweight title. So if you do that on the same show where Roman's defending his title, you then potentially run into that overshadowing. Roman goes in a tag match. Roman's not the main event. The World Heavyweight title will be the main event. It should be the main event, in my opinion. But I doubt it's going to be Sami and KO versus Roman and Solo. I don't think that's what I want. if that is the main event, something major is going to happen leaving Saudi. That's my take on it, guys. You can believe it or not, but I do think Roman being in a tag match on the night that you crown a new champion was strategic. Maybe I'm wrong. If the commercials had WWE stars in them, it would be fun to watch. And we'd actually get more time with the wrestlers, Larry. Oh, I hope not, Willard. Really? Come on now. Don't put that evil out in the world. There's got to be someone better than Aaliyah. Anyone else got a shout? Who's going to help Raquel next week? Shotzi? Tegan Knox? Jimmy holding on to Escobar. Inches away from Ray, but not today. Huge Irish whip. Roll up, kick out. Shotzi. I like Shotzi. Sheamus wins by DQ next week. Okay. Why? They clip back to the Bloodline. Watching the match. I think that's a solid take on it. I appreciate it, Boston. But yeah, in my humble opinion, I think it was a way to get Roman kind of, there's already the stigma of a secondary belt. The belt they made because Roman couldn't lose. Him defending that title in the main event, one match after you crown a new champion, it strengthens that feel. So it's a good way to get out of it. And I really do think if you want us to really give a shit about the Raw belt as a new title, you put AJ Styles and Seth Rollins in the main event and you make it a banger. You give them lots of time and you tell them, go. Just go. Hey, AJ, it's 1998. Do your thing. And Seth, well, Seth be Seth. Santina Marella. No, sorry, bud. I think that's Impact property right now. But nice show. So Jimmy and Jay are still in control. Santos, small package. No, he didn't get him, Cole. He didn't get him. What about Zoe? Woo, that's a spicy meatball. If it's Zoe, I could imagine. Wait, the fuck? I could imagine them actually retaining the titles then. If it's Zoe. Now, when I originally saw this match announced, the Fatal 4-Way, I thought it was a foregone conclusion that those belts are going to have new champions. Most likely Ronda and Shayna was my guess. Starks might change that opinion for me. Aaliyah does not change my opinion. Mia Yim is Raquel Rodriguez tag team partner officially. Why? How? Are you predicting that or are you trying to tell me old information? Either way, Richard, enjoy the vitamins. Shotzi's my only guess. Shotzi's not a bad show. What's going on, Chris? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good night tonight. Thank you for joining us. What if it's Charlotte? It would blow my fucking mind, Chambers. I just don't imagine Charlotte coming in and tagging. I don't. What if it's the Kid Alliance? Then KJ will be very happy. That's what. I'm in with it. I mean, I still think Nikita needs some time in NXT and some time to shine. I think if you have someone like, if Tiffany can win this belt, if Tiffany can be the new NXT champion, Lyons is a good baby face to come her way. Mysterio gets the tag. Oh, and scissors. Goodbye. Oh, up and over. Big forearm. Jay is wobbling. Wow, junk to the face. Springboard crossbody. Two. We got a two. Marquise, welcome. Aaliyah is returning to help Raquel Rodriguez. Look, who was her tag team partner before the injury. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying there. I don't like it, but I see what you're saying. Adding up together besides Dakota Kai, who else was? What if it was Dakota? What if Dakota says, fuck Damage Control? Damage Control standing in the ring with a couple other contenders. Raquel comes out, and then Dakota comes out. Bailey and Io were like, what? It's not bad. It's not bad, is it? Wow. Another near fall by Ray, by the way. But I see where you're connecting those dots. It's Emma. Ah, shit. Yeah, Emma ain't done nothing but be Riddick's girlfriend for a while. Wow, huge neck breaker. Yeah, everybody forgot about Emma Chambers. Not just you, buddy. We appreciate the love. We really do, man. We're growing by the second. So thank you so much. We do this every night. We will be back tomorrow for GCW. So that's going to be a fun one. The Way I Am. And have a lot of fun with it. And then we'll see what else we got coming your way. We also have our AEW draft where Big Nick and I will go one-on-one again. We will both represent one of the two shows and we'll make our picks. We'll try and build. I need some vindication after Nick edging me out with his SmackDown picks last time. So I have to re-strategize, go less indie. Usos, both up and over. Santos gets the tag. Up and over. Both Usos down. Sorry, folks.
No, you're good. That's when your tag team partner shows up and everything.
Hey.
Speaking of up and over and everything like that.
Nick with the hot tag.
Right. Like the road dog, Jesse James. The badass.
Good match. Good match. I don't mind this. Crowd's into
There's
it.
been
And
a
you know
lot of
what?
tag team fusion tonight.
Santos has found himself. Like, he got up to the main roster, and this Lawo thing has worked out really well for him.
Yeah, it's almost like just legato just with nostalgia. It's almost like if you just did everything he did on NXT and just added some cool shit around it.
Well, does that mean Vince isn't booking tonight for the haters?
To me, it's a little bit of one of those equivalents of like if sat there and you went at a fucking 5-star restaurant and you had the best steak and everything of your life, and then someone sat there and said Vince McMahon cooked this. Are you gonna sit there and be like, this was bullshit? This is fucking horse
right?
Like,
so you're saying tonight was a really good steak?
Facts.
Okay. Usos for the win. Dakota's a punching bag. She hasn't had a good match yet. So this would be a nice twist. I suggested what if the mystery partner for Raquel, 2 broke up by Jay. Oh, what if Dakota was the mystery partner and really kind of, we've been waiting for them to break up.
Sleeper cell. Well, then you're just, that whole match is just the story. That's just them breaking up. Right, but why do I care? Why do I care?
Could it be? If
what
it's
have
Brooke,
they done to make me give a shit?
Oh! Huge super kick. Tag to Jay.
Splash! Uno, dos, dos, amigos, dos.
The crowd's right there.
After a huge splash.
And people might say that some of the sounds being piped, but people are cheering.
Well, and even Jay and even Jimmy there, especially Jay, are both like, what the fuck does it take?
But you know what?
You were supposed to stay down, motherfucker. Stay down.
Infamous. You know, we talk about classic Randy Orton. This is classic Rey Mysterio. You got to kill him to beat him. Or roll him up. Roll him up.
Y'all covering GCW in Detroit. Welcome to Detroit City. I said, welcome to Detroit City. Click, click, boom. You wouldn't let me keep going that.
KO coming out to have a chat with the ref.
Oh, who called it? Someone called in the chat. But
crowd is losing it.
KO and Sami getting involved. Ray setting up for the 619. Dial it up.
Chambers both on this prediction here. And here we go. Rides him out.
Oh, 1, 2, 3.
How do you feel about
And the
Santos?
LWO
How do you
beats the
feel about
Usos.
Yeah, big win for Luo. How do you feel about Santos's no arm frog splash?
Well, just the fall away splash. No, I like it. It's creative. Like everybody does a goddamn frog splash at this point. But this is so much. This is sowing the seeds.
Mm-hmm.
But I almost wonder if they're gonna skirt and just circumvent everybody's preconceived notions on where they're going with this.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, Roman's just he's stressed, my guy.
I will say this. Know what I kind of want to happen here?
A Roman stopping Solo.
Oh, Roman just put a stop to my plans. What I would have liked to see there is Solo and or Roman come out from behind Sami and KO and take them out. But Roman says, not tonight, little one. You sit right beside me. They're
not
gonna
tonight, young Padawan. But you end Friday Night SmackDown with Roman he's shaking his head. He's beside himself. It's him, the wise man, and his cousin, and he's beside himself over what's happened to his cousins.
No, you're not wrong, man. I liked how that ended. Like I said, I would expect Solo to at least come running out and pop him, but you see Roman saying, nope, they're on their own. So the dissension.
But that goes back to the problem isn't Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. The problem is your brothers.
Yeah, it's your brothers. They're fucking up.
But, folks, let us know, as that is the end of Friday Night SmackDown, Michael. So let us know your ratings for Friday Night SmackDown, what you gave it out of a 10. Christ, if you want to give us your Meltzer rating out of stars, what have you, you probably are more credible than him. So let us know what you're thinking of Friday Night SmackDown. And if you did watch it, you can even let us know what you thought of Rampage, of the afterthought after Dynamite and Collision.
Mm-hmm. Let us know. I have no idea what happened on Rampage, Nick, other than we're getting a unsanctioned match between Jericho and Cole. I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Fair enough.
I'm not saying I hate it, because I did like Jericho and Roddy.
I'm at a point to where I don't even want to talk about that. I'm on a point of I've sat back and thought about this whole Collision thing.
Oh,
and I have some views of, well, we're building this up in Chicago as billed as allegedly the second coming. But
did you hear the new twist?
What?
Well, Punk really screwed over Tony this time. This was all
because there's no one on Tony's legal team or anything like that who might already have a preconceived notion, might be friends with the elite or anything like that, might have a stake in this fucking game or anything like that. That's allegedly, folks. Allegedly, if you can read between the lines and you're not Stevie Wonder, about why, surprisingly, a deal that even Warner Discovery was ready to put Punk as the head of this promotion of, we're in the United Center, we're in Chicago, we label this as the second coming, allegedly, and everything. But the deal with CM Punk hasn't been solidified.
Listen, Listen, if I say anything, I'll be just as bad as a lot of the dirt sheets and a Meltzer where I'll be guessing. I don't know what the real answers are, but I will say this. If Tony comes out on Wednesday and he lets Punk announce that they're going back to Chicago, or at some point they tell us Punk is going to be in Chicago or whatever, and Punk's involved, I will come on this channel and I will throw an absolute temper tantrum and I will shit all the way down Dave Meltzer's throat, because he's just stirring the pot and stirring the pot and stirring.
But you have a press release. You're already in a good favor. Why not use then to do it? Why not when you've already built up an announcement? Yeah. The biggest issue, honestly, from top to bottom with AEW is fucking communication. Regardless of how you feel about booking, regardless of how you feel about talent, anything like that, the biggest issue within AEW top to bottom is communication.
Yeah. Huge. And that, but there's a lack of control, right, across the board. Like,
Oh,
you
we
see
know.
all these,
Well, people. Sorry, I'm gonna fucking take this for a minute.
yeah, apparently,
But you have. I know I've talked about the new World Heavyweight Championship being a compensatory, a honorary, a participation trophy championship. You don't a consolation prize. You don't think that we're gonna have to make a whole new show. And hey, guess what? Everybody else that's advertised for that show is the Island of Misfit Toys of Andrade, Miro, Thunder Rosa, everybody that's had any bit of backstage issues
yeah.
on AW. You
Mhm.
get to go hang out on Saturday night. Now, it
Mhm.
might be a hard brand split. It might not be. The world may never know.
Well, that's
But the fact that Tony Khan can't sit there and say, fucking play together or piss off,
yeah, totally. This was his
shows
moment.
me what Tony Khan is as a boss. He's the one out there tweeting about how Dynamite was the top, the newest episodes of Dynamite were the top rated on Cage match and everything. I
Fuck
get it's
off.
a fan base rating and everything. And cool, you want to appease the fans, but the
Fuck.
president of a multi-million-dollar company. Imagine Vince McMahon or Hunter or Steph or anybody did anything like that. The fucking IWC, the mythical IWC would eat them fucking alive. But we constantly move the goalpost for AEW and for Tony Khan.
Right. No,
We
I
had
mean, that's
Meltzer out there throwing out numbers of, well, this household equals that now in 2023. So we'll move the goalpost a little bit
dude,
closer.
that shit fucking bothered me so much because here's the thing. One, people are like, well, no, listen, you want to see your audience grow. So if you have a smaller audience, we accept that. We understand that wrestling's not going to do 10 million like it did during the Attitude Era. We get that. But for you to come out and what my point was on Twitter was, oh, here you go defending shit. When someone reports something false, bullshit, or nonsense about WWE, where's the Uncle Dave tweet telling them they're wrong? Telling them, oh, no, because a lot of times he's fucking leaking the fucking false stuff. Now, the whole ratings thing, you're in the same system as the other shows. That's the comparable. If Raw's doing 1.8 to 2, SmackDown's doing 2 to 2.2, that's your comparable. That's your competition.
Right, but no,
That's
we
what
need to
you're
move.
more
We need to
working
move
for.
the goalpost of. We need to make it closer. We need to make it an easier kick, and
It's
somehow
Cat
they still fuck it up.
It's Cat Williams, right? It becomes Cat Williams. Like if you were doing 800 last year, you got to be doing at least 900 this year.
Does the Steiner math I trust more than Meltzer math? First off, and it's not even to me. You can't even get into the hating of the product that everybody gets into of the second you say anything negative about AEW. It's act like you fucking own a company, and then we'll talk.
Yeah.
Of like, this isn't a message board, Tony. You're not placating to the smart marks anymore. You need to be running a business. You need to be running this like you're trying to gain in viewers instead of placating your already existing audience. This is why when you have an announcement that you announced you were going to have the announcement on an announcement with an announcement last week and everything, and you still can't even crack 900,000. You do less numbers this week than you did last week after you announced the announcement for this week.
So you
had everybody talking about the company with the collision.
My question to you and everybody listening right now is simple. Does creating another show run the risk of creating more problems? What if Kenny and the Bucks and the BBC have Wednesdays all to themselves and the ratings are 600, 550, 700, and Saturdays is getting 800, 900 a mil, even though it's a Saturday at 8 o'clock? At what point does that create contention? At what point do you have the fan base arguing amongst itself? Wednesdays are better. Saturdays are better. Wednesdays are better.
Well, you run into that issue. You run into you've oversaturated the market. I know for a fact of we doing what we do, and not alone people watching what we do. I've heard them talk about okay, cool. So I've got to be tuned in from Monday through Saturday now. to pro wrestling to stay up to date and everything. But also, Wednesday's the better show when it comes to ratings. It's already pre-slotted. People know it. It's during the middle of the week. You don't have a ton to contend with. Saturday is going to have to compete with WWE pay-per-views, a lot of shit. But I think that show might outdraw as far as ticket sales, as far as a live audience and a live reaction than Dynamite. If there's an actual plan that it's going to be different than Dynamite, then there's hope. If not, they're fucked.
Yeah, I mean, and again, that's what I want to see is a completely different vibe. But I don't care what you say. If you see an advertisement, you're a wrestling fan, and this Saturday, Punk's going to take on Samoa Joe, and Miro's going to fight Andrade, and FTR is going to fight fucking anybody. Thunder Rosa is going to take on Cora Jade or Cora Blue.
All right, who gives a shit?
Whatever one. Does that not make you get a little fucking twitchy to be like, oh yeah, I should click that? I should.
Right, but again, this goes back into, and by the way, shout out the chat of, we acknowledge you, but we're ranting of that are we back in another fucking admission? Okay, thank God.
Can't be another admission. I think we just had a gauntlet match.
I don't know what we had, but somebody won. But does it not become just, this is the island of misfit toys? This is the island of, I can't control my locker room, so I need to have a whole new show. Like, I want to be a fly in the wall when Tony's having to explain to Warner Discovery executives why he needs a new show, a new primetime slot.
But they doubled down.
And it's because he can't have everybody that's in his locker room in the locker room at the same time.
But do you think the TV execs know that, or are they just looking at the bottom line and they're thinking, all right, it's a Saturday night spot, wrestling fans?
Yeah, that bottom line of 300,000 and everything like that.
Oh, it was
Rampage is sure looking fucking good. That
Uncle Dave said it was
started off at $1 million outside of coming off of the big bangers, and now we're starting off normally at about 900,000, 800,000. That's a fucking good sign of when everything even around you is dying. That's a good sign.
What I think made me a little nervous about the whole situation of a brand split and two shows is seeing the ratings this week and realizing the main eventers, for the most part, were the guys involved in the main event on Dynamite. And as much as we enjoyed it, they didn't draw much. They didn't move.
Yeah, if you're going to do a brand split or anything like that, or even anything close of certain guys are exclusive to here, certain guys are exclusive to there, which, by the way, we'll get off this tirade here and back in a second. But that's to quote Moxley, that's your apex on Wednesdays.
And if people aren't, like, that should have been must-see TV. If that was the Bloodline versus fucking Sami, KO, and Riddle, which we got recently, people would tune in to see it. They tune in droves. You get good numbers. That's what happens. On the fluff nights, you don't get much.
It's telling, and it's not even just because of the time slot or anything of when we have more people tune into, like, Monday Night Raws and the Friday Night SmackDowns and a Dynamite of we haven't been here for Rampage in damn near almost a month. And nobody's missed it, including us.
And listen, folks, Rampage is going the way of the dodo bird as far as we're probably not covering them. Now, we talk so much, we'll probably stop talking and Rampage will be ending. So don't freak out too much, but we're not going to officially cover it. We're not obligated to be here.
I wasn't even supposed to be here.
7 out of 10. So we will. You do the speech.
We will take a rating out of 10 for all the wrestling that we're watching tonight, whether it be SmackDown or whether it be House of Glory, which we still got going on, as I've got not the Yamashita that I like, versus Violet Beauregard, whatever the fuck her name is there, for the House of Glory Women's Championship. But what is your rating, sir, out of 10? Out of 10 big dogs.
My rating tonight, I mean, The show moved. There was a good cadence. There were some things I liked about it. I think I'm coming in at about a 7. I'll go 7.
Okay.
I'll give it. Yeah, I'll give it a 7.
A bit generous, huh? I see.
You think I'm being generous? Okay, 8.6, 7.75.
It's just it was such a placeholder,
Yeah,
and it was the biggest swerve of the night was LA Knight turned heel instead of Boogs. Like,
yeah, apparently
there was
no, but come on.
I said a lot tonight of why the should I care?
Well, I mean, I think the Bloodline gave you good reason to care for a lot of the show.
Right. That'd be a fantastic show to watch on Netflix.
Wait, why? How do we get on Netflix?
No, because that's not the whole show. I can have the Bloodline in every goddamn segment, right? I still need to have some actual wrestling.
Well, I just think the wrestling, like
you started off fantastic and you petered out throughout that.
Yeah, I think I'm good with a 7. I think I'm good with, a C.
You're good with a C. I guess I'll take
8.25.
Is it a D minus or a C minus? But I'll say
6.5.
6.5.
You're going 6.5. Okay, that's not terrible.
I won't say terrible, but that's the thing is, it's to me, it's one of those. If I couldn't meet you with that 7 on that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they should just screw basketball.
Yeah, up, down, left, right, A, B, X, Y. It's the direction AEW is going. Now, see, to us, that it was gibberish. To Tony Khan, that made perfect sense.
Right.
He's like, how does he know?
How does he know? Jade Cargill on 59 wins. She beat 2 jobbers on Rampage earlier. So is that 2 wins? Or was it a handicap match?
That means she's 2,700-0. They're going to start adding wins like they did with Goldberg and everything.
They signed Taya Valkyrie. They made a big deal about it, kind of. They fucked up her first appearance. And now where is she?
I cite you Jay White. I cite you
Ruby Soho.
Adam Cole. I cite you Ruby Soho. I cite you Daniel Bryan. At this point, with a lot of this stuff, there's too many sources to fucking name of like
examples.
Sometimes you expect at some point a leopard may change its spots, but sometimes it just ain't fucking going to.
No, yeah, no, you kind of got a point there, but you know what? As we get back to this show, and yeah, I think Jade's gonna get 100 at this point. I think Statlander's they're all saving it for Statlander, which then you got to ask yourself.
That's not a bad show.
Yeah, but if we all know what's gonna happen, it kind of seems fucking like.
We all knew Collision was gonna happen, and then we were all excited for 10 minutes, and then the story changed to. Wait, the biggest story for the show is who's not on it versus who's on it, when's it happening, the logo, anything. Literally, Chicago made Punk became the biggest narrative for this whole new show.
I hope next Dynamite starts off with the fucking just that everything goes quiet and then you hear that static, and he comes walking out and says, "I'll see everyone next Saturday or June 17th in Chicago." I want that moment so bad. And it's just selfish for me at this point.
That's one of those of I think some people might spontaneously combust because it's one of those of like, do you pop or do you just rage quit? Like, what do I do here? Of like, you had the golden opportunity, and, right? But no, you had the golden opportunity to say it and to add gasoline on that fire, and instead you'd rather.
No, see, I think that's an example of the fan base wanting it all. I don't need to know who's going to be on this show. And you already told us here, Miro.
The Second Coming. It's in Chicago.
So it's not in Chicago, apparently. That's not official.
It's at the United Center.
It's not official. They did not announce it. And that's another funny fact about the whole thing.
I swear to God.
When they put up the dates.
If I find this right now.
Dude, Tony didn't announce Chicago yet. They're not.
Tony doesn't know where he is because half of his shit is fucking pre-recorded.
Why are you getting mad at me, bro?
I'm not getting mad. I'm just telling you, it's in Chicago.
No, they literally didn't put it on the graphic, as far as I understand. And they wanted. I think there's another announcement coming next week where we might be told where and who. Like you said, apparently the show is called The Second Coming. I believe Punk will be there. I think the haters are shitting on it as much as they possibly can to make it look like a bad thing. And listen, Meltzer will never give a single fucking match on that show more than 3 stars. It doesn't matter what happens. But
oh yeah, well, if certain people show up, it's got to get -5 stars
right away. So I think there's more to this, and there will be more to this. But I don't think the fan base needs everything right now. If you announcing the deal and the new show with the rumor that Punk might be there, now everyone keeps talking about it. Collision doesn't fall into 2 or 3 news stories back.
If you tease and you tease and you tease and he doesn't show up,
he is showing up.
Oh, you've got a very rough situation on your
Mark my words. I'd be shocked. I almost want to put something on the line.
AEW Collision will debut on June 17th, 2023. With all folks.
Is that egg, Nick?
Yeah, are you fucking Buster Douglas to fucking Tyson right now? Is this what's going on?
Yelling at me. So
I will yell.
I think that's what we're gonna get. We're gonna get the announcement. We're gonna get Punk. We're gonna get it together, and it makes sense, right? Like if I like it, Punk comes out and says, "Here we go." Now the rumor was they've already got Chicago. You were right; that was leaked. So I still think that's the case. People are trying to say they canceled they were booked to be in the United Center, but canceled because Punk's not involved anymore. Wait, I'm having trouble, Meltzer.
Pussyfootest of pussyfoot moves, then.
Everything about this is pussyfoot.
Yeah. Well, still, though, if they do what you talked about, it would be the holy shit, the clickbait, the everybody fucking diverts their attention to here.
I hope.
Go ahead. They had the potential to get in front of it, and already precondition people for it.
Mm-hmm.
But what you're saying, I wouldn't hate.
No, I wouldn't hate it. I would like the breadcrumbs. I like breadcrumbs. I like, we got caught up in like the white rabbit for that shit. I like the little subtleties in wrestling. Pull me along. Give me a reason to keep tuning in. If you tell me, like we've criticized Tony for giving us everything right at once. And if he holds something back and gets one over on us, Roderick Strong, that was a good W for Tony. Nobody saw it coming. So I do like a little bit of fucking around. We all anticipate Punk's presence. We all know what Punk meant to this process. Do you really think that Punk said, fuck it, I'm not going to do this job over Ace Steel? Nah.
Well, then you get into the whole reports that he's been signed, Ace Steel's been signed, allegedly, several months in advance.
Yeah, what is up with that story?
That doesn't even fit the fucking timeline. That is coming out of Nick Houseman.
So what, like 2-3 weeks after he was released of his duties, they re-signed him?
I was going to say, well, it's literally of like House Wrestling or whatever the fuck his little independent thing. But Nick Houseman, the one who got yelled at, who started off the whole, I'm old, I'm tired, and I work with fucking children.
You're friends with Colt, right? Not really.
Right. That's what started off that. That's this guy. And the same guy who asked Roman Reigns about the merger deal between WWE and Christ, why am I blanking on the name? Endeavor.
Yeah.
But he's marked himself for being a Marky Mark more than Marky Mark in the Funky Bunch.
Right.
I like just being the guy that, did you see he yelled at me? See, he yelled at me. CM Punk yelled at me.
Right.
No one gives a fuck. No one cares. What you say has no weight. To me, why would I see so many reports countering that and disputing that? And why would there still be a sticking point? Like, there's so much stuff that works contrary to that for that to be an accurate story.
I want to see Punk come out, whether it's the 17th or before, and the first thing out of his mouth is, fuck you, Dave Meltzer. That's what I want.
He already went to Alvarez, and people thought that had to tie in with the whole Collision thing.
Brian Alvarez. Jesus. Not you in the chat, Jesus. You know.
And nomina patre,
Bonkers giving us a thumbs up. Thanks, Bonkers. Oh, that was for A-Town. AEW is going into Civil War, where you are going to have people on Dynamite taking pot shots. Exactly. Yeah. But my biggest concern is dividing the fan base.
You're over, and this is through no fault of AEW. This is just a fault of the wrestling landscape. Of you're oversaturating the audience. Of even us doing what we do, of covering wrestling at the level that we do, we're even like, fucking hell, like really? Like,
especially really? Like, on worst case scenario, Punk's not involved, and we still got some names, but maybe the booking's substandard. It's still Tony booking, but you know where his bias are. So
does
that'll
it
be
become
interesting.
Just AW Dynamite Light, or does it actually go the route of a difference in the style of booking outside of just, we have different colored ring ropes?
Yeah, that was my hope for Ring of Honor, and that has not worked out well for me so far with Ring of Honor, because I wanted that separation, not just the same show with different rope colors. And, you know, we have ran into that. And unfortunately, I can't imagine. I think there was a whole lot of talk and negotiation with this. Like, this would help me understand why FTR re-signed.
A lot of things would help me understand that. Some are called vitamins, some are legal, some are not legal. But I do like this of KJ, I can't believe you just said that. You like crumbs. He's talking about, I wrote a sermon. What's in a crumb? Apparently Jesus is in a crumb. And it's almost at 1,000 hits that got me, dude.
Right. No, last time
big dog out here, Shimona Haya, Shimona Honda, testify.
Last time I checked, by the way, I'm just gonna double check.
Okie dokie.
We are at 1.8K subscribers.
Well, why are we at 2K subscribers?
We were on our way, like Esso.
Is it you? Just start reaching to the screen. 3D. Is it you?
So that's not bad, folks. Congratulations. 14 and a half months.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody take a little pat on the back there. You know.
Right. We got to track down when your anniversary is.
I'm pretty positive I know when, and it's mostly, I know for a fact I started on a SmackDown. It was me, you, and Chris. Okay. I can almost go back and find the video. I'm well past, I think, a year at this point.
Yeah,
that's why I always show up and show out on SmackDowns, because that's what the show's about. But yeah, no, that's where you got stuck with me. I'm like, well, it's May 19th, so I'm like something that ended with the 19th. So you got stuck with me.
There you go. I'm buffering like crazy. They answered my question? ? Well, no, or maybe.
I got you. I don't know.
Did you answer my question about my question?
Rewind from the start, and you'll see if at the end if we answered the question or not. If not, come back on the next stream and ask the same question. So,
see, we got main event coming out, by the way, folks. If you are watching House of Glory, if you're not, we'll keep you posted on it. But main event is coming out to the ring.
And they already broke the hula hoop. And somehow I'm still wishing this was the main event and not just the main event. And if you know, you know. If you don't, too bad for you.
Yeah, it ain't no thing. I discovered you guys like 2 ago.
2 days ago, 2 months ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 minutes, 2 hours.
What's up, Noah?
2 spliffs ago. You just you lost track of time.
It's a good time to find us, by the way.
Right. Well, we've already had Jesus, so now we've got Noah. So, all right, now line up. 2th by this, 2th by that.
Listen, I will argue that we are heavenly wrestling coverage.
We are blessed. The end is nigh. We are blessed. Time to run away. The end is nigh.
We'd love to see you. Anyway, peace, Larry.
That's how you know we're flooding this motherfucker. We're taking over. That they got to send Noah to gather 2th by Smart, 2th by Mark.
What has Ace Steel done? Barely remember him. He did
Bit Kenny Omega.
No, well, they said he bit Kenny Omega and he beat Buck with a chair, or he just yard sailed it.
He sabooed a Buck with a chair.
No,
that's anytime anyone's pictured that. I don't think he's taken a fucking actual chair shot. I think he's literally the second they walk through the door, just sabu, motherfucker. Just
Dude, listen, like if you piece it together, you can almost visualize like Bucks bursting through the door.
There's someone out there, and I don't know if you've seen it, that they did it. It was on TikTok, which, by the way, you're now on. If you haven't done so already, be a friend, tell a friend. But they did like a South Park version.
Okay.
Like with Tony Khan of like, I'm not going to stand for this shit and everything. They did that. And they even did a South Park version of like the backstage brawl between like Kenny and the Elite and everything and Punk and all that, to where they had Kenny with the Canyon of, the floppy South Park mouth and everything.
Amazing. That's what I mean. You can almost visualize like just how it all played out. And then Kenny putting Ace in a headlock, Ace biting.
First I hit him like this, and then like this, and then that.
I like the video with Kenny running with the dog.
I'm still picturing now, and that will forever be my visual in my head, is Ace Steel just fucking sabuing, just throwing a fucking chair right at like Matt Jackson right as soon as he breaks through the door. It's just like, hold your forces, hold on, and then just hold this, bitch.
Do you know what? It's part of what gets me chuckling is the idea of like, Matt or Nick, I can't remember which one got knocked out, but just comes storming in with all piss and vinegar, and Punk not even saying anything, just at mid-sentence, clap, down he goes. Like,
now who stood over him like Smokey? Was it
Punk? Right?
Was it Larry? Was it Ace of just going, you got knocked the fuck out?
Yeah. For those keeping track at home, the Motor City Machine Guns are in the ring here to take on main event Alex Shelley riding a hula hoop.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, I've got broken hula hoop and all here.
Hula hoop. Machine Guns for the win. All right.
Oh, he was letting us know 2 weeks ago. Well, that gives you 2 weeks to let everybody that you know about us. So where's the numbers? But
yeah, we just hit another milestone, my friend. So on him, crack-a-lackin'.
It's not a gimmick. It's not a joke. It's not a catchphrase. Big things popping, little things stopping. Up to something. Season never sleeps around here. You will not outwork us. You don't watch as much wrestling as we do. Like at the end of the day, you can think you're us, but you're not us.
It's a feel-good Friday.
Go ahead. I'm gonna go. I'm going back into Billy Graham here. I'm the man of the steel.
I'm getting the fudge out. Good night, JV. Fudge off. See you later.
Whoa.
I just
go eat a fudgicle.
Let's get
you told him to fudge off.
Or AEW Gold. Be done with it.
No, instead it's AEW Red and Gold. Where's Vampiro? Where's Kevin Nash? Where's Mike Tenay?
Mm-hmm. See, there's two scenarios in my head that kind of make me happy to think, man, on the fantasy of bookings, if I could make a wish and one of the two come true, is the idea that when Punk was at WWE, Triple H, they said that he talked to Triple H. And it was like, in my head, it's like a very deep throat kind of conversation of like, can you leave? He's like, oh, I could. Okay, make it happen. And he just like walked off like, all right. And this is what's happening now.
I need you to be the sleeper cell.
Right.
You're going to tear them apart from the inside. I am the game. That's really what it probably was.
Right? That'd be amazing. But the other part of it is just, I think it'd be hilarious if all of a sudden it went public that the WWE has sued AEW for copyright infringement on the Monday Night Nitro logo.
I think just AEW is so fucking clueless and out to lunch with half this stuff. that they're just like, why waste our time? Like,
yeah, now that actually does make me propose a really interesting. No, I think the WWE bought all the likeness rights, and TBS
yes, they
have
do
everything
own,
left over. Yeah,
they own everything.
they own it all.
From
Yeah,
the wrestlers to the logos to the video library when it comes to WCW. Same thing with ECW, which is the hilarious story of Paul Heyman of tricking Vince and the gang into bankruptcy court.
Yeah. Main event is now Friday at 10:30. Oh my. Are we talking about? No, this isn't even the main event, Unbroken. It's just the tag team called main event.
I was going to say, we have the main event, but unfortunately, they're
before
not
the main event.
This has already been my who's on first and what's on second.
Dude, get out of my head. Who's on first?
I hear voices in my head. They
sound like Nick. I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl. This is the other brother Daryl. What? Daryl.
Did we just become best friends? We have so much more room for activities.
A&W Root Beer Dynamite. Book it.
That could be their newest sponsor here.
Just give the women tag to Ronda and Shayna. Do you feel like those belts are going to drop? No, like it's almost a foregone conclusion unless she has a really good partner.
I think that was the plan at WrestleMania, and it's just gotten prolonged at this point.
It just got delayed?
Yeah, it's been delayed.
Yeah, because if Aaliyah comes out to help her, they're losing. If it's Dana Brooke, they're losing. I mean, I could see it being a Shotzi, maybe a Starks. You said Emma.
I mean, she's out there with Riddick Moss and everything like that. So, I mean, she's at least on the fucking roster. So, that's the thing.
She's on the roster.
Have you named anyone there that doesn't instantly make that tag team a jobber tag team?
Yeah, I think if it was again, I think there's a couple names out there. Like, I think the best. Listen, if I was booking this, it would be Dakota Kai. It's beautiful.
You give it away. You give it away at the start of the match. You don't sell that. You don't build to that. You don't.
No, what a
the
fucking
angle
word.
At the end of the match. You start the match off with that.
Yeah, she says, "I want to be the champion. I'm going to fill in this spot, and we're going to win." But
so then how does Bayley get kicked out of that? Because that's just a FU then to Bayley and EO. That's not just to Bayley. Bayley's the one that's getting excommunicated out of here.
No.
You can't give that away.
Bayley and
doing Dakota, it's got to be an angle.
It is an angle. She gets the absolute swerve of you got Bayley and EO waiting for their chance to win the belts in the ring. And Raquel says, "Look who I got, my old friend."
But that's an
my former
EO and Bayley. So that's Dakota breaking off the group.
She's the third wheel. That's what they've booked over the last 2 weeks. Is she's the third wheel?
No, they've booked Bayley as the third wheel. They booked Bayley as the one leaving. Bayley's the one out here. Bayley's the one with the singles record already. Bayley's the one out of here. You have Kai and Sky running as the tag team.
Bayley and EO's been the team the last 3 weeks.
No,
you
just had Bayley. You just had Bayley.
You're gonna end up Googling Chicago again.
What are you talking about? You just had Bayley and Dakota as a tag team.
No, we had Bayley.
I almost want to say this week.
We had Bayley and EO tonight together. Dakota
advertised.
She's the third wheel.
But you just had Bayley advertised with Dakota. You just had Bayley coming out, and she was supposed to get the match that was supposed to end up with her facing Bianca and everything, but she gave it up because she got pressured by Dakota. This whole storyline. Have you been watching the same thing? This whole storyline has been going towards Bayley's getting the one kicked out.
No. Not anymore. There's been a definite fucking move the last couple of weeks. Bayley's been hanging out with EO. Dakota's becoming the third wheel.
No, she's the one who cost EO against Bianca.
So
she's the one that gave up a hole in the brain.
On Monday, Bayley and EO Sky will be in this match for the belts. So help me understand if I'm not right.
Right. They're setting up for them splitting. that you're picking.
what better
one
way to
match and
split
saying
them
that's been telling
than
the
have
whole
Dakota
story.
gel?
No.
What an awesome way to split them. Dakota, they come out, they're
But
waiting.
that's not what the story's been telling. As we're just going off on a tangent, that's not what the story's been telling.
Can easily
You
say,
had
"I've had
Bayley,
enough
that's the one that cost Io.
Yes, no, you're wrong. They
But
are.
she gave up on the fucking on the ponytail.
Bayley
What are you talking about?
Just yelling doesn't make you more right. But
I'll talk louder.
Bayley gave a promo where she explained that her and Io were going to be the next women's champion. Not this week. 3 weeks ago, she did this. And since then, that's what we've seen. Dakota's kind of sitting out, not doing much. It would be nice.
She was just teaming with Bayley.
Bayley's teaming with Io on Monday as well.
Right.
So.
I understand that. That's the team now. But I'm saying what's happened leading up to this.
Yeah, no, because like I said,
all right, thumbs up
after the
down.
draft.
Who do you think is right here?
After the draft,
they're kicking out Bayley, or if they're kicking out Dakota.
Nobody's getting kicked out. They're just going to fall apart. Io needs a singles run anyway.
Then we get into the whole argument of why do I care? No one's cared about this.
I know this is the best
since SummerSlam of last year.
Listen, it's okay. Where are they going to be on the 17th for Collision?
Still signed to WWE.
Right.
Like a lot of people, Meltzer's fucking speculated, and some people are saying that they're going to show up at
Wembley.
I saw people speculating Edge versus Christian at Wembley. Like, you know, their contracts are a thing, right?
Big Dog saying we're like Jerry Springer. But yeah, I mean, I think it's an interesting angle.
Coming in with the chair.
I don't even give a shit. I just want Damage Control broken up. I want them done. And I was like, okay, we need a surprise partner.
Man wants to hit Control, delete on everything.
Absolutely, get rid of it. And I just think there's history with Raquel and Dakota, so it's kind of interesting. But it's going to end up being someone like Dana.
You know who has history with Dakota is Tegan Knox. And where the fuck is any of that going?
Tegan's a nice shout. I thought Shotzi might be a one. They did it before.
People forget Tegan's even on the roster. I saw people today forgetting Drake Maverick is still at least working backstage here.
Right. Cam's OG life. What's up? What's up? What's up?
What
this tag match is still going, Nick.
I was gonna say,
I haven't watched shit.
You want to stay or
should we stay or should we go? We'll probably start tipping towards the door sooner than later. But what's next? We got Cardona and Fatu. Shit.
See, and this is not me agreeing with myself.
I said that already.
You're gonna fucking go with this.
One guy.
Because
you guys are both free. What are they gonna do? You guys are both men of the cloth.
You guys are talking each other like the honeymooners. Yes. Who's on first? What's on second? To the moon, Alice. To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon.
No, that's funny as hell. And I don't even think what I said was going to happen. That's the best part of the argument. I don't think it's going to work. But
well, that's what we do here half the time is we just say shit and just provoke the other person. Of like, debate that motherfucker.
Stop yelling.
What? What?
Half the audience has bleeding ears. Please don't go. Please don't go.
Baby, come back. You can blame it on me.
Right now, Alex Shelley in control of the tag match, if anybody was curious.
Right.
I don't know who's on third. What?
But I do know what's on second.
Who?
Now I'm thinking of that fucking shit with Chris Tucker. I am you. Are you blind? No. Are you deaf? No, you is blind. I'm not blind. You blind. Yes, that is what I'm saying.
Chat. Yeah, there you go. Chat
GPT has taken over both. I've gone full AI, folks.
Yeah.
Skynet is real. Yeah, do it. Listen to me. You need to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. You need to do it. Do it now. That's the only way you can fight Skynet. You need to do it.
Oh, Damien, you're killing me with these threats of bangers.
It might take a fucking day and a year at this point to get there. We might get that at midnight.
Why do you start a show at 8 and it's still going solid at almost 11? Like, I mean, it's a bit of a longer
because
show.
You had the space-time continuum mishap that happened there, to where they didn't know whether they were coming or going. Pause.
Yeah, if they didn't have that big ass intermission in the middle, you'd pretty much
we'd be wrapping up. We'd be wrapping up the main event right now, and not the main event in the tag team match.
Yeah, like if we were getting near the end of the main event, not the main event tag team, right now it'd be kind of spot on timing wise. It's not bad.
Right, it'd be a nice little bow. Instead, we're like
30 minutes behind.
Oh. Yeah, do it. Get to the chopper. Yeah, do it. Listen to me. No, I'm going to have to go back and watch all the other movies. But hey, listen to me. Stick around.
Right. Motor City Machine Guns, one of the best tag teams in pro wrestling. Listen, Motor City Machine Guns.
History. You forgot the history at the end there.
In history, like that's where I was going with it as well. Is yeah, man, they've made a stamp. Very underrated because of maybe not being at the pinnacles, as so to speak, but they've been outstanding for a long time, and both of them have huge individual accolades. They're outstanding. Can't go wrong.
Again, though, it's I think a bit more of their impact on professional wrestling, regardless of accolades, etc. Their impact, their influence on pro wrestling, it outseeds a lot of accomplishments. You can go and watch a lot of tag team wrestling right now and see influence from the Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah, no, for sure. Absolutely. CERN was taking over Woo.
John Cena? We're talking about John Cena?
Roman versus Jey Uso, like 2020. Yeah, it comes full circle, right, Nick?
Is that the top match you can get out of this feud?
It could be a good one. A lot of people want Jey to win it.
Could be a good one. I'm saying top match.
I think if it leads to, I kind of want Roman solo. Is that too soon? Too much too soon?
Those two facing each other. I thought that's the thing is you have to differentiate of whether you want Roman as a solo competitor, if you want Roman versus Solo.
I think Roman versus Solo is the ultimate end game. Solo is the one that saves the family.
Roman versus Solo is either
on the way.
That's either the pin pull on the Bloodline blows up, or that's amongst the aftermath of you pretty much get the Usos and Sequoia versus Roman. You get your king, you get your Dwayne ain't got shit on me moment.
Yeah.
The Bloodline collapses in on Roman. And you get, say, Roman versus Solo, and that gets a bit of a build, and that gets a bit of a pop, like Sami and Roman, but Roman still wins.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't think Roman's belt goes anywhere till at least WrestleMania 40. Again, it will be amazing if he's still champion come Raw after Mania 40, but who the fuck knows at this point?
Right. Slow motion 619 there as we get a lion salt.
I think we're 8 days away from 1,000 days. I think we're there, no? Is 1,000 at Night of Champions?
What? Yes. 1,000 days is at Night of Champions.
That's insane, man.
But that's also very interesting that they're having that moment there, and he's not defending that title there.
Yeah, I think you were on one of your breaks, I gave a theory to why they might have tried to do this and why it was a good choice as far as where we're talking about this secondary belt. It's got the stigma of the belt that Roman, the belt you had to create because of Roman.
Right.
So there, I thought putting Roman in a tag match, not having him to be the main event, helps highlight what you're trying to accomplish with the new belt.
Oh, absolutely. And I'd still take a belt that you made because you can't take the belt off the other guy versus a show you made because you can't work along with the other guy.
Fair enough.
Right. So come see, come saw with that.
You know what? That's a fucking great argument, buddy. Sorry to sidetrack, but
Go
hold
ahead.
on for a second. That is fucking excellent. Like for all the criticisms of like WWE, they got a secondary belt. Motherfuckers went and created a secondary show.
100%. I've been said that's like I said.
Shit,
You literally
hold the
made a
phone.
whole fucking show of that. Shows you what Tony Khan is as a boss. And I think I'm going to mention this when you might have been on a boss, but of to where we're shouting out where we rank on cage match ratings because we have to make a whole second show because I can't tell my fucking hired, contractually obligated professional wrestlers to act like grown fucking adults amongst each other. And I have to build a whole nother show so they can coexist. They can cohabitate. Wait for the fucking Survivor Series of AEW because holy shit, if you thought there was nothing
that will never happen.
When it comes to WWE, there's a lot at stake when it comes to a fucking. That's why it's called Collision because they were avoiding the collision with creating this new show as the main event picks up the win and not in the main event. We do still have the main event coming up later.
Dude.
You can figure it out and follow along. Good on you.
The best shit. They stop and Saban lands and the Lion looks at him and is like, come on, motherfucker, like nudges him like, hey, and then he's like, oh shit, and then he went into the spot, loses for the win. So a little bit of a slip at the end, kind of forgot what was going on, but we got there.
Botchity, botch, botch, botchity, botch, botch.
I busted my head open today. I'm sorry to hear that. That is not how you want to spend your Friday.
Yeah, I mean, you got fans of busted open radio and everything like that with fucking smart Mark LaGreca there that fucking do that on a weekly. So, I mean, at least you only did it one day instead of daily. So,
fair enough. I'm telling you, they're looking for Roman to pass Hogan 100%. His first run as champion, Hogan going to be erased. Bye, brother.
It doesn't work for me, brother.
Yeah, Hogan comes out in one of fucking at like Survivor Series.
Now, which theme song does he come out to? The NWO, the fucking
Real American, man. That's where he set that record.
Real American, yeah. Or even the knockoff of Real American from WCW and everything. Right. He's got too many options to come through.
with this pin, Roman will beat the record. Big leg drop from Hogan.
Right.
What the fuck? Oh, that'd be mind blowing. What's the best match?
Stevie Ray with a slapjack just fucking takes out Roman.
Right. You know what, Damien? That's a great question. And what I would recommend is next month. So in a couple weeks, we will be doing our half year for Lifeies. The golden KJs will be back up for grabs, folks.
Still got it.
Well, think about it. One man is going to have one belt on Raw, and one man is going to hold two belts on SmackDown. And it
could hold four.
Two belts.
Could hold four.
Those two is the one that the company was built on. How is the new belt not bogus? It's not bogus in the sense of
it's just bogus.
It's new. It's like the Universal title when it came out. It was bogus.
Right. Now, which guess what? Was bogus.
Yeah, it was too. But I honestly think that what they're trying to accomplish here, I think if they do it right, if Seth has a really, really good match with AJ, regardless of who the winner is, you're putting a good shine on that belt. You keep Roman out of the singles title picture and conversation as much as you can for the evening. You put him in a tag match where maybe he actually loses. Oh, here comes.
But then you still set up maybe a tag match at SummerSlam, and then you keep the belt way out of the main event picture.
But I think everyone keeps looking at this situation like they never did a brand split. So if you take the brand split on face value, there is no tiering system amongst the belts. So all they can do with this belt now is do everything they can to build it up. And when SmackDown fans aren't getting any title matches, the Raw fans are going to be getting a lot. That's your opportunity.
But if you take the brand split literally, then the tag belts should have been split just like the
time. Everyone's so impatient. We're a few weeks out of Mania. We're a few weeks away from the draft. Everybody wants this done in one fucking week. Like, give it a month. Give it 2 months. Give it to
listen, you wascooey wabbit. If you're gonna sit there and make a whole tournament for a new belt, you can at least fucking.
So you want 6 tournaments happening all at the same time?
I don't need a tournament. I just need to say you're now the Raw Tag Team Champion.
They will.
And
they will get there.
It's the same thing with the women's championships of how Rhea's the SmackDown Women's Champion on Raw, Bianca's the Raw Women's Championship or champion on SmackDown. You literally. As much as everybody will hate it, you have to do it. You booked yourself into a corner, you played yourself, you fucking marks. So you need to do the little handoff. You need to do the
time.
So
stories
Hale and Baby are the Raw Tag Team Champions, and then hey, guess what? Then we get a tournament on SmackDown and then you could maybe make the LA Knight Rick Boogs tag match make fucking sense. If it's a tournament match. The tag titles. Oh my god, it's amazing what happens when you actually think and you actually put some logic behind it.
Yeah, but exactly. They're not going to book 2 tournaments. Then you're putting hats over top of hats. You are focused right now.
You're telling me the company that was going to have Queen of the Ring and King of the Ring both in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, wasn't going to book 2 tournaments at the same fucking time?
But they didn't book 2 tournaments at the same time. So that your argument doesn't matter. They didn't do it.
They didn't. Oh, okay. So because
they didn't do it,
they had planned it.
But they didn't do it, and they didn't even plan it.
They couldn't do it. So because they didn't means they can't do it.
No, right? They chose. No, your argument is, well, this company would book it. No, but they didn't. So you can't be mad at them for not booking it. I agree with the decision.
I'm not mad at them for not booking it.
One tournament at a time.
Would have.
Weeks. You give it time, bro. Everybody's so impatient. Give it time.
Yeah, like that Bray Wyatt. And unfortunately, when you keep hitting the clock, and you think you're waiting and it hasn't fucking ticked over from fucking noon,
but when
you just realize the
battery does, you'll be right there popping beside me, right? It doesn't matter when we get there. You'll be wow,
fucking. You're the fucking white rabbit over there. I'm late for a very important date. No time to wait. No time to.
I almost forgot you two were in. Pause. Heather, we're always on. Don't forget.
Wait. First off, so that tells me you haven't hit the subscribe button.
Hit the little bell.
You haven't hit it. Like, how can you? We're back at it like a jackrabbit. We do that. This is what the fuck we do.
Right. Jacob Fatu for the win. Yeah, I got Jacob Fatu. I don't know what's going on with Cardona. D-Lander is really trying hardest to make a name in place of Chelsea. It's kind of fun.
I like it, but it's leaning more to the indie god stuff. And I say that in that I don't think he's going to WWE anytime soon. He's not planning for that. He's very much I do what I do, and I'm good on him. What you do is great, but as far as if you're anticipating to see Matt Cardona in WWE, please don't hold your breath because we cannot be held liable for anything that may happen after that.
Here comes Fatu with his man. Big pop for Jacob.
This is the man. If there is someone not in WWE right now that needs to dethrone Roman Reigns, you're watching him walk to the ring right now. If you're watching House of Glory,
I want like a Samoan SWAT team to show up and tell Roman and the Bloodline, you guys don't run shit. We do. This is our bloodline. This is our family. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, no, even if it's that
this is our
Roman
table.
Finally loses control, and you get like your full Sopranos. If you got the New Jersey crime family, New York crime family, that the fucking actual, like you said, Samoan SWAT team shows up, and say even if you got your dream squad, you're the dream team, or we're the mean team. You got Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, and Hikuleo show up and say, oh, really? Y'all thought you were really running shit. Well, now's your chance to fucking prove it.
Yeah. No, I like that idea. I love that. Again, how do you keep it? You got to keep finding angles to make it interesting, Nick. So I'm okay with that. I won't yell at you for your fantasy booking.
Hey. I mean, I can go.
That's funny. Watch out for that hole. Oops. Wabbit went down the hole.
Kill the wabbit.
Big dog.
I'm a guitar player. And a wabbit swayer.
So if you guys are tuning in right now, you're crazy, but we appreciate it.
Well,
Matt
that's
Cardona,
given, but anyways.
Matt Cardona is about to take on Jacob Fatu in a title match. So this is going to be a good one for the Hog World title or heavyweight title.
No, don't call it the Hog title. I hate that. I really hate that. It's like nails on a chalkboard every time.
It's funny because, yeah, just kind of fixated at this point. Shit.
But still, Matt Cardona versus Jacob Fatu, like, you're telling me out of someone that is not signed to a major company right now, that this isn't the best match that you could put together right now.
Well,
they're going out of guys on the independent scene.
It's definitely up there, Nick, especially at a heavyweight champion level of any indie. Like, yeah, this is probably up there as you can get. And if you think about this, if they were announcing this match right now, if we were watching this exact moment, but it was in a Raw backdrop, it fits, it works, it's perfect.
If this is in a Raw backdrop, and
like if this was Monday Night Raw,
I'm saying if you've actually built to it,
yeah,
you're getting the blacklight spotlights. This shit is deafening. Like, there's so much potential here.
Yeah. And listen, Cardona's become a fucking outstanding heel. If he came back, took his babyface pop, gave it a breath, and then turned heel, and is like the miserable indie prick that he is, we see.
He's a heel on Monday Night Raw, and he goes after Cody. If Cody ends up with the belt. And that's the thing, is this is not there's so much potential of, look at what these guys could be. No, these guys literally you could slot them into Friday Night SmackDown, Monday Night Raw with the quickness, and it would make perfect sense.
Right.
These guys are outliers to the WWE system.
Mm-hmm. I think the last time I saw Fatu wrestle, he was hurt, like shoot hurt. And he you would never know it by the match he gave.
Well, and even then, this man's still super athletic. It's been a hot minute, like we've talked about, to where we've actually been able to watch House of Glory on Fight, because we were watching them for pretty much every week. Yeah. Every weekend, there'd be a House of Glory show or anything like that, and then they kind of just stopped being on Fight. Like, they'd announce the show, and we'd want to watch it, and it wouldn't be on Fight.
Right. Honestly, think Roman should lose his title to The Miz, and then Seth comes out and confronts Roman, and Dean Cams. Now we're going a little bit.
That pains me.
I think John Moxley is buried Dean deep.
Dean's got a few gashes in his forehead right now. I'll tell you that. At least.
I can't bleed. I'm not going.
Right. Fucking put the whole match in black and white. I don't care. I'm gushing from the fucking bell ring.
They're like, Vince, for the fourth week in a row, Mox bled on the way to the ring.
He went, to costume instead of catering, and the fucking wind change in the backstage just fucking split open his forehead. So I don't know if you can use him in the main event. You might have to do everything in black and white.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Matt Cardona left the ring, grabbed the microphone. He wanted to let everybody know he is not a pussy.
This is either going to be like the greatest match in House of Glory history, or if this is going to be the longest waste of my fucking time. Like, today, Junior.
Listen, we said that House of Glory pretty much banged out a lot of good pay-per-views last year. But like usually, if we have a House of Glory show on, it would grab our attention. Tonight was a bit of a kind of night booking wise.
Well, when you take a month off of being on our screens, it's hard to
Who is
catch right back up.
Well, people have always said that I'm not plugged all the way into the wall. What? Pause, power surge, pause. I call it the power surge, and she loves it.
Are you an 80s like Ruth, like new generation wrestler, or like I'm only half plugged in, you know?
Rock and roll.
Right, you're rock and roll, fucking Beavis and Butthead.
I don't need a Shield reunion. I like Seth on his own. Moxley can't bleed in the WWE like he does in AEW, and Roman has
no one can bleed, even in AEW, like Moxley bleeds in AEW.
He shouldn't bleed like that anywhere. It's it's actually a magic trick at this point.
Literally, people have said seek medical attention.
Matt Cardona is leaving the building. Yes, we get to go home.
So long, farewell.
Yeah, Jacob's not going to have any of that shit. Boston, I agree with you across the board. All three guys are better off in their own right. Because you know what? We can say what we want about Moxley. He's happier than a pig in shit. His boss adores him. His wife gets to work with him. His kid's going to be the TNT champion by the end of the year.
I was going to say, he's happier than a Mox in broken glass.
Right? So I agree. Seth is doing his thing, one of the biggest over superstars in the world right now. And Roman's the best in the game. Do you think we could see Rikishi come back to WWE and put the Bloodline storyline standing for his sons? No, the only thing I think we might get, remember they talked before about getting like the court, Nick, where they were going to bring in all, but everyone got sick, so they couldn't do it.
The Samoan
court, tribal council.
Well, now
you've been voted off the Bloodline,
especially with NXT with the fucking mass shit in the parking lot and everything. Is just he like mows down like Solo or something. I did it.
The WWE
I did it for the Rock.
You're right. When the WWE saw the cost of flying a bunch of Samoans from all different parts to the WWE,
I don't know. I mean,
they were like, "No, thank you."
California. Oh, I feel like I need to buy like 3 plane tickets, and y'all can fucking make it. So
big people, right? Like we're gonna need some. All right, so you get one row. You get one row.
If you're flying Delta, that's a problem. Right. You might need to pay for a couple extra seats. So
no, fucking airlines have become absolutely criminal.
This is why you just drive everywhere. Go John Madden, folks, and just drive everywhere.
It's my
experience the open road. Experience the fucking country.
I want to do a drive down to Florida from here. So one day. I don't know why. I just felt like let's go straight.
No, you're fine.
That'd be funny. Like, why do you want to go there?
Such the polar opposites of like.
Yeah, I think that's why.
Culture, climates, like everything. Literally, it's like going from the fucking North Pole to the South Pole.
Listen, if I could live in Jamaica, I would. Might right be.
Sometimes you just need to bring Jamaica to you. You know, Rastafari.
It looks like it. Maybe right before all three of them hang up their boots, cams. I'd be okay with a small run. Yeah, I don't know about a run. Like, I don't know how well Rikishi can move at this point in his life. But yeah, I think they could have a presence at some point. If we're gonna do like the ultimate fall of the Bloodline, the additional Samoan members and the tribe coming out would be pretty cool. But as far as being involved, I don't know how deep that goes.
Well, what if you get a new tribe? You get a new bloodline of what if it's Samoa, if it's Jacob, if it's Tama, all that, and they align with Roman.
Oh shit!
And they say, you know what, Oos?
Oh, bro. Sorry, Nick.
No, you're good. I've got Cardona with a drop kick after a sloppy. This has been a lot of promos, is somebody hurting this match? Because This was a lot of
pandering,
in-ring action and dragging it out.
Yeah, it seems like it. It was a better champion, Roman Reigns or Alex Hammerstone. You know what? It's a hard, unfair comparable, Damien. It's not apples to apples. Yeah, it's Roman's the top guy in the entire industry. Period.
Right.
Hammerstone's great, but he's the champion of MLW. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's the champion of
on the same level.
No, not on the same level.
No, not at all.
No. I thought that's what you said. I was like,
no. I was adding to my thing because I didn't, I didn't want to be so harsh to MLW. Like, it doesn't matter at all. It was like, it doesn't matter to a level.
Unfortunately, the level's low, but
Fatu kicked to the outside. I don't think he's landed an offensive move yet. He did have D-Lander up on his shoulders, but he took a boot to the.
I think he's landed a Samoan drop, and that's about it. Like, is Jacob banged up or something? Because
I don't know. There's a lot.
This is not a match. This is an angle.
No. It's a lot of fucking around. It's a lot of pandering. Even the crowd kind of the heat died down a bit in the building.
Absolutely. You had something that this is, like we said, this is your couple top guys outside of the WWE, the AEW universe, the top couple promotions. These are guys that are doing it outside of those promotions. And this has just been walk and brawl, spot fest. This has been just
a lot of angle, right? A lot of
anything.
You're overplaying the heel, so now people are okay. We booed a few times, guys. Like, relax. You're gonna drive from Canada to Florida, bro. You're gonna run into all kinds of wrecks, traffic jams, and construction, dude. It's everywhere down here. Listen,
he's talking about Canada.
I was gonna say Toronto has one of the worst fucking highway systems going. We are an absolute shit show. We're constantly congested. Yeah, no, Canada's. Yeah.
See, I'm in New England, where you pretty much just got to hop on a highway. You're good. Right. In New Hampshire, we got if you are, aching for some bacon, well, guess what? We got some bacon whiskey because we got restaurants that are liquor stores. So
I think these are two of my favorite things in the world put together.
Bacon and whiskey?
Yeah, absolutely.
Been there, had it. It's not as good as you think it would be.
Okay. Maybe just pour normal whiskey on your bacon.
Eat biscuit. Eat
biscuit.
Fuck that up.
Fred
bacon as you're drinking whiskey is what I was trying to say. And my brain went, fucking, nope. You can have that and just combine them.
That's Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, folks.
Right.
Oh, that's funny.
Our tag team name instead of Sierra Hotel Indica Lima Delta. No, it's Whiskey Tango Foxtrot over here.
Yeah, we need this match to end soon before Nick starts trying to eat the microphone.
I mean,
I eat biscuit. Okay.
Why did you turn me into fucking Shrek here?
It's my favorite thing of the whole night.
What are you doing on my stream?
There's only 20 people brave enough to hang around this late after almost a 4-hour stream on a Friday. And here we just nonsensical.
No, they're the diehards. They're the committed. You're the special chosen few. You have been anointed.
Mm-hmm. We might have to start some memberships on this channel, bro.
Christ, we got the TikToks, we got the Facebook groups popping up. We're not. I still want to hold true that we will always be on YouTube. At some form or fashion, we will always be 100% free of. We are
for the people, by the people.
Fun again.
Yeah.
But no, you're talking about there with the only stands and everything like that.
Wait, what? The only stands. You let me in there. No, I mean you get perks, but everything else we do is free.
Do something strange for the
everybody likes a little bit of rub into Zug.
Bro.
Really, wow. Down here in Kentucky, there's not a day that goes. Yeah, no, we don't go a day without some fucking epic shit show. Somewhere there was near Shepherdsville and a vehicle fire near Billtown Road. I don't know where these places are, dude.
Big
In
dog, are
Jefferson, people
you Jim
crazy.
Cornette talking about Kentucky and everything like that? Like, and sounding so much like me. Are you Jim? Like,
Donkey!
are you I? Am I you? Like, what is happening?
Right. Oh.
I like that boulder. That's a nice boulder. Yes. I fucking love Donkey.
Right.
Well, I like even the gif of like, or the meme to where it's like, it shows like Finn or whatever the fuck his name is from How to Train a Dragon, like Train a Dragon. It shows,
Right.
you know, Daenerys of like Raise the Dragon. And there's like somebody else, and then it shows Donkey. Fuck the dragon.
Yeah, no, that's the best one. And in the morning, I'm making waffles.
In the morning, hey, when next brunch brunch with the boys, I'm making waffles.
I'm making waffles. Next week, we're coming with waffles.
Facts.
Oh, this is interesting. I
am you and you are me. Nick, pause on that. See, I still keep thinking of the Rush Hour shit of the fucking blind dude. Of no, you is blind.
Right? See, even Boston.
I'm not blind. You blind. Yes, that is what I'm saying.
Even Boston wants to get out of here. He's like, this is the last match, right, guys? You were losing your mind. Matt Cardona looking for powerbomb.
Like, all right, I liked you for a minute. Now you overstayed your welcome.
Right. This is what happens when the wrestling's huge Samoan
the wrestling
drop.
May suck, but we never do as a moonsault from the heavens. Oh,
it's over.
D-Lander,
D-Lander. By the way, there was a Statlander out there. Being D-Lander, probably a bad choice.
I mean,
just saying. Are you Statlander? No, I'm D-Lander. Shit.
I'm the D-Lander.
we ordered Statlander
like that because I'm the D-Lander.
Oh, big chair shot, kinda looks soft.
Oh, we're getting the belt shot now set up. Oh, this is where we're gonna get the duck, the typical. Yep. Oh, the duck spot. D-Lander, Statlander, Flatlander. Ends up hitting Cardona with the belt, and instantly everyone, you fucked up, you up.
Yeah, the plastic chair shot, right? Oh, D-Lander down, Samoan drop. Oh,
don't tell me this man's gonna try. Oh, I thought he was about to sit there and try and hit a fucking moonsault from like a cross ring.
Yeah, right.
And now it looks like he's about to hit a moonsault on Statlander. Oh, Cardona pushes him for the row.
Cardona just there waiting to get up. Like
Rough Rider.
Rough Rider.
No way. Uno, dos, tres.
Oh, shit.
House of Glory. World Heavyweight Champion.
And soon to be WWE talent.
Right. And soon to be showing up at your local Night of Champions, your SummerSlam, your Friday Night SmackDowns. Jacob Fatu, but your new House of Glory World Heavyweight Champion, Matt Cardona, the indie god, the Indianapolis Jones out here collecting all the belts.
I tell you who I'm not. I'm in no way Zoolander. Hell no.
Blue Steel.
Fuck. What is this, a school for ants?
What is this, a stream for ants?
So now he's the Hog Champion.
Bro.
Man, what? It is what it is.
And he's a big fan of hot dogs, and he's got knee pads and
guys, I promise.
Shit. Like, what the fuck?
I promise we are not taking a hog rating tonight. We're just
no. Only on Only Stands. Are we taking
back to Only Stands? We go.
Send your super chats, your super stickers to get your hog rating on Only Stands.
Right? Gamer, I complete. It looks like they're walking the plank. Oh, Cardona. Cardona's got a mic again. I did it. He gives us the Rocky.
What is it with these smaller promotions of like, why do you not have your mic go over the actual like PS, like to the actual streaming viewership? Like, no, we just do everything over the house mics. Like,
yeah,
the fuck. I'd like to listen to him too.
Yeah, we would really love to know what the man is saying. Hogney, you know what, Boston? One of the neat things, or interesting things about tonight's show with House of Glory was the fact that between a lot of the matches, they were making a lot of adjustments to the ropes. They tightened them right up for the lucha match. They loosened them back off, but it was funny to watch because all night you don't really see ring crews fucking around that much. So maybe they are like, I don't know. They're doing what they can with what they got.
Fucking audience, file the fuck out here. Fucking, you thought the building was on fire with the way these people are getting out of here, but still,
dude, you know what? Just
when it comes, well, speaking of ownership and everything, and talking about adjusting ring crews and everything like that. Well, when it comes to House of Glory, you got to make them say, nah.
Oh,
well, that's who owns the House of Glory.
It's true. I forgot about that. It's been a while since we talked about that.
I swear to God, this fucking arena has never cleared out faster, my guy.
You know what, Boston? Usually I'm on your side, but it's way too late for that kind of conversation.
Well,
the Hog title's not bad.
Out there. Just unfortunately, none of them are in WWE.
Yeah, the MC for the night should have just said fuck it, no one's listening, and walked off.
No, he was just saying, thank you, have a good night, make sure you're parked safe, all of that. You can redeem your receipt at the concession stand for one free hot dog on your way out the store, on the way out the arena here.
Right. Well, Mr. Nick, last question of the night from Big Bad Mick. Welcome back, Mick. What's up, guys? Did you like SmackDown? I did, for the most part. Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
Well, a simple answer for a simple question and a simple person. So, yes, I did.
You did? Yeah, I mean, it was good. It again didn't blow my doors off, but it definitely got me going. Cha-ching. No, that's a rating.
Well, hashtag. I was purple crying.
Eyes purple crying.
Eyes down in Africa.
So we had Eyes Purple Crying taking on Eyes Purple something earlier. Maybe also crying. We don't want to make people cry. Well, maybe we do.
I don't know. Like, yeah, I think at this point we jumped the shark. I think we need to wrap it up before we start.
Yeah, I think we're good to go.
Things here.
No, we got to go. We got an argument with Jesus tonight, so we got to call it a straight.
Whoa!
We did. Listen, we go back to the day, folks.
We have to do penance. We have to, we have to go to confessional.
No, we're out. I'm going to bed. Ladies and gentlemen,
that's how the gimmick.
That is our stream tonight. Almost 4 hours on a Friday. We got more action coming your way. GCW is on tap. Make sure you like, subscribe, click that little bell. It will tell you when we just pop up. It will let you know when we need to go early. It'll let you know when we're going to come up with a surprise. Once again, big shout out to Luna Havoc. She is officially a part of the family, and she's out there making TikToks. So go check out our TikTok. Check out all those links.
She's ticking and she's talking.
There you go. So we got more coming your way, folks. A very fun Friday. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Nick, I'm tired.
Well, so you're not the man of the hour, the man with the power, too sweet to be sour. But no, our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is authentic. When you're talking about the wrestling, you better put that 4 alive with it.
See you on the flip side, folks. Come back tomorrow. Good night.